Hello, greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Operation Domination. With me I am your hosts, the Captain, Cynical Lindsay, and with me I have my first in command, Jenna P. Say hello, Jenna.
Hello, Jenna.
And to my left is I'd probably say first officer, or at least an ally. That would be Jacob Jett. Say hello, Jacob.
Hello, Jacob.
So how is everyone?
Doing pretty all right.
Alive.
Yeah, that's good, right?
I'll take it.
Oh, and to answer your question, Jacob, I don't think SDA is streaming tonight.
Yeah, no, she has Wednesdays and Sundays. She's live right now.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
I thought she was in Knoxville.
Oh wait, is Weibo taking over?
Oh.
No, they're both there. They're both there, and they have Scribe on.
Oh, I see. Oh, hi, RJ. RJ's here.
Hey, love.
How's my favorite car-loving individual?
He's my little brother. I adopted him.
I haven't even really come up with a nickname for everybody. Should we have RJ on?
RJ's on.
It's your stream. Do what you want.
All right. Well, why not? Let's have some fun here. So you guys just talk amongst yourselves as I send Jenna or send RJ the link.
So what's the temperature that you have in your non-Yankee Washington?
It's cold. That's all I can think of.
But it doesn't snow.
No, it's not that cold.
What's your idea of cold?
Not warm in the slightest. That's my idea of cold.
My idea of cold is when it's not warm.
Exactly.
All
right.
That's what it is.
Okay, RJ, I sent you the link.
I've just been spending the last few days watching videos of people reading nice guy texts and tweets and posts and all that. It's been glorious.
Nice guy?
That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah. They're people, they're guys who they act nice to get women. And they're not actually nice at all. Because the moment you reject them, they call you a bitch, a whore, a slut. And they say that all women are like that. They don't go for the good guys, and they just go for the assholes.
Oh, yeah, of course. I saw Shu did a video talking about the nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then the nice girls are just like that, but other way around.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're a special breed of crazy.
They really are.
I'd love to meet these guys. I'd love to reject them and then.
Oh yeah.
Lorena bought them.
Oh, you want to go there?
Hey, you don't get famous because you're making fun of women. And if they want to say you're crazy, then all you do is just,
Damn it.
Hi, RJ.
Hey. You guys hear me all right?
I can hear you just fine, love.
Oh.
Oh my God, Shady Grin. What in the fork is this?
Motherfucker's streaming right now. Yes, we are.
Shady Grin.
It's like you're witnessing domination, world domination. That's what you're witnessing here, Shady Grin.
Domination of the SJW.
Mm-hmm.
Take no prisoners.
Okay, is he roboting for everyone else or just me?
Yeah, RJ, you're kind of roboting there, dude.
Yeah, I'm on my phone right now.
Oh.
Mm,
That's the only thing that.
that was, go
Oh,
ahead.
okay.
Ah.
Oh boy, don't get me started on SJWs. I might have a little bit of an aneurysm because, yeah, a lot of
I
fun
know.
going on.
I know what you mean.
Did you see Sassy's video about the Native American or first, whatever?
Oh,
How they,
Satsu's video, yeah.
yes, and those people saying they were harassed, but it was actually the other people that were being harassed by the first people.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
video out there of it's like I
But
think an hour and a half or something like that that shows like the whole context.
who wants to see the whole contents when contacts when you can just take snippets and make it look like all Trump supporters are racist bigots?
Who needs
Because
All they
context
want
when you can
is
be a victim?
all they want is control of the victim. I mean, not victim narrative and the world essentially.
Mm-hmm. No, it's. Oh, I saw. There was an attorney, I guess, who said that he would represent the kids for free in suing the New York Times. And I sincerely hope he takes them or he takes the guy on that offer
me
because I
too.
certainly would because that's just bullshit.
Unfortunately, there's a unfortunately there's as much corruption in the mainstream media as there is in the government.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no doubt about that. Hey, Mustafa.
Hey, Mustafa.
I just
Hi Mo.
moo.
Mo.
I
Coxrapo.
had a I had a dog named Mufasa, and we called him Mo.
Oh,
Not saying that you're a dog. I check your logic.
Hey, sunshine. Lindsay's streaming at the same time as two girls in one stream, and I'm not home. Dang it.
wah,
Oh,
wah.
and Satsu and Monkey are streaming.
That's right. Yeah, they're
Wait, they
doing.
are?
They're doing what 7 days today?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
7 days today.
I
Alpha
forgot.
17.
Episode 16 game giveaway.
I forgot that they were streaming tonight. I forgot that it's Lords of the Night is no Sunday, but
Yeah.
Monkey and Satsu are streaming.
and
So how's it going in the chat, you guys?
there
But
are
I
7
think
people watching us. Woohoo!
I think the perfect time to stream would have been right after TGOS and right before Minions, but I don't know what
yeah,
their
I know.
schedules are
It's
like.
like I told Jenna maybe we should push the stream to like maybe an hour or so, but I didn't realize because I thought that maybe they weren't going to stream tonight because SDA was in Knoxville for the Andy Tonkasaw cockfight, but
Oh,
You mean Tonka
Yeah,
saw the pussy?
yeah.
yes, exactly.
yeah. Until we didn't know they were streaming until you said because we had discussed it.
Hi,
But
Serenity.
I
hey,
said,
Serenity.
Hey, Serenity.
Well, I think it was last week. It was either last week or earlier this week. I can't remember. The stream that SDA wasn't there. They still had the stream because
Oh,
Weibo took over the channel.
oh, right. It was Weibo, and I'm trying to think of who else was in that.
Weibo and Isaac.
Oh,
it
okay.
wasn't it on SDA's channel?
Yeah, it's always on SDA's channel, but Weibo took over for that one stream, and she basically hacked SDA. That's what that's what she made it sound like at the beginning.
You
Like
gotta love
I
Weibo.
knew what was actually going on, that she just took it over, but
Yeah,
it
check
was a
your
bit of
logic. I thought the same thing. I thought that SDA was still in Knoxville because I was like thinking, how would she be able to stream from Knoxville? But what do I know? I'm just some dumb boomer.
you're just some dumb American.
Yep.
Well, I guess technically they're not together when they stream. anyway, so they could do it from. If she had her, I don't know. I don't want to try to figure it out. My head will just pop off.
I don't know what time SDA would have left Knoxville, but she might already be home. I don't know.
Oh, that's true. She doesn't live too far away, I don't think.
No,
So
she lives in Atlanta.
yeah.
And I live all the way in Virginia.
It's funny. It's funny, RJ. You and Jenna are like on the other side of the world, and me and Jacob are just like, "Hey, how's it going?
What's up?
Over here on the west side."
Right?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm the only one here who lived in. Well, I know a town that actually had one of the original NASCAR tracks.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Be
Okay.
careful with NASCARs. It could get you obsessed and make you become a.
Okay. So what happened yesterday with the whole Andy Tonka Saw thing? Because I thought that Tonka Saw quit or that he canceled the match.
He found every way he can, or every way he could to get the fight canceled. Because there was a blood test, I believe, to figure out if both the fighters were in fighting condition.
And
He
to
put
make
in
sure they didn't have any
yeah
icky stuff.
yeah Tonka put in two different names that weren't his, so they couldn't get that straightened out before the fight was supposed to happen. So it
He
ultimately got
basically,
canceled.
he basically kept making excuses.
Yes,
So did they fight or not?
they didn't.
They didn't.
But Andy did step into the ring and he gave a speech basically calling Tonka a bitch made,
Imagine my shock.
right?
Talk about talk about getting. People are actually starting to call him worse than mundane Matt.
Well, I mean, yeah. Monday and Matt flagged some videos that he didn't like, but Tonka, after all that shit talking and no joke, challenging Andy to fight him IRL,
And
and
he's
he
the one
pussed
that,
out.
He's
yeah,
all talk.
made
He's
one.
all talk and no bite.
Oh god, that's so fucking hilarious.
I think it's
Um,
all bark with no bite.
my favorite part of the video that showed Andy's speech was when he took something that Tonka said to him was don't and Tonka said don't step up to a man. Andy turned it back around onto him and said don't step up to a man.
Oh, and I saw Medicare did a video talking about the whole
Yeah,
ordeal with Andy, and I'm like, I haven't watched it yet, but I'm sure it's going to be a glorious popcorn.
I watched it and it was exactly as you would expect.
Nice. Ah,
I did for the whole Andy thing. First of all, has anyone seen Chris?
I don't know what happened. Does anybody know what happened to Chris? That's a good question, Jenna.
He's still around as far as I know. Because actually, Peter from the Minions, he tweeted at him a few weeks ago asking like what was up between him and Andy, and he actually responded. So he's out there somewhere,
Oh, I see.
and I've seen him from time to time since then.
He probably just doesn't want to get involved with Andy anymore.
I
I
think
think he's just.
he's doing stuff on his own channel now, I think, or
I think
rather
he just.
he was before. I don't know.
Well, he was the reason I watched Andy's stuff in the beginning because
Yep.
Yeah, that's most people watched Andy mostly for Chris.
Personally, I can assume it was probably just he didn't want to get involved with blood sports, and I don't blame him, honestly.
I don't blame him, and I wouldn't have expected him to, knowing who Chris is.
Check your logic. No, I'm not in Virginia.
I am not Lindsay. She's all the way in California.
Well,
Lindsay,
Arizona.
Arizona.
Exact.
I,
Yep.
I was gonna say you're in California. You moved in the last 10 minutes.
Oh, so my mistake.
Yeah, well, it's close enough. It's like Arizona and California border each other.
They share well, you guys share a desert.
Oh,
Utah.
The Mojave
desert?
Desert.
Oh.
Oh, hey, Nighthawk's here. What up, Sergeant at Arms? I sent you a link. So, Mustafa said Tonka wanted all the smoke and then waited till last minute to back out. No shit.
Right?
That's why I said bitch made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. The moment you back out of a fight with Andy Warski is the moment you should reevaluate your life.
Yup.
Hey, Andy would kick my ass in a Met. I'm a wimp.
Well, I mean, after the training that he apparently did, yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. But
Well, I think Tonka
mm.
thought that Andy would voice out first.
Well, Andy actually accepted, even though Tonka was supposedly joking. So the fact that he backed out after Andy accepted, that's really telling.
So many overblown egos. It's hilarious.
Right?
He's as egotistical as Onision is.
Oh God, who's worse, honestly?
Oh
I'm
God.
sorry.
Well, as far as I know, Tonka hasn't gotten into any pedo territory.
I know, right?
And
I mean, and trying to scam people to bring back his forums.
Hey.
well, and not only that, but Andy's not in trouble with the IRS either,
That too.
or with his city in regards to destroying the wetlands.
What?
Okay, that I'm not aware of.
Yeah, he did that, and Repsion called him out for it.
Oh my God, that's the fucking tea right there.
Uh,
Because that's funny, because that's how I found out about Repsion, was the videos that he did, like destroying Onision. It was glorious.
It actually paid for his tuition.
Hey.
Oh, hello, Sora Luna, and good afternoon.
Hey, sweetie buns.
Sweetie buns. I gotta start coming up with nicknames for you guys.
Oh boy.
There are already plenty of nicknames for me.
Yep.
How many more nicknames do
Your
I need?
nickname is Love.
Hmm?
RJ's nickname is Love.
Oh, love. I'm gonna start calling RJ Honey Buns.
Oh my God.
He'll say no, but he'll like it, won't you?
Oh,
Oh,
we're gonna be, just so you guys know, we're gonna be Sora Luna's traffic companions.
Oh, okay. Hope we're
Awesome.
not too boring.
I try not to be boring, but I've got some alcohol in hand, so we'll see how this goes.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got a Rockstar Whipped Strawberry with me and some Mountain Dew.
Oh, that sounds good.
I have just Mountain Dew.
Wait, Rockstar Strawberry?
Yeah, Rockstar Boom Whipped Strawberry.
Oh, man.
What's Rockstar?
The only store around my
Energy drink.
area, the only store that carries that flavor around my area is Walmart.
I would certainly drink that. I love anything strawberry flavored.
I love anything peanut butter flavored.
Peanut butter flavored.
Oh God. Peanut butter flavored energy drink. It sounds horrible.
Don't do energy
Try-
drinks. They're gonna give you heart attacks.
Hey,
Try
Steve.
having 2 half-pound Reese's
I
cups in your
think-
fridge.
I don't eat Reese's cups, so I wouldn't know.
I'm a Reese's lover. You could give me a Reese's mug if you wanted.
Oh, Reese's Cups. You're talking my language right there. That is like one of my favorite candies.
Now they have their own whipped cream.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
RJ, you got me all excited over this stuff.
Is it chocolate or peanut butter with cream though?
Peanut butter or chocolate. Hell, they have their own spread. They have their own spread, and I love it with jelly. Reese's PB&J.
And keep it in your pants, RJ.
Very rarely do I masturbate. Thank you.
Okay, hold on. I thought I was gonna say very rarely do I masturbate to food, and I'm just thinking Prospero does it once every week because of sanguine streams.
Oh my god, she does.
I mean, do you hear her on stream? Good lord.
Prospero's gonna kill us all.
Oh my god.
It was nice knowing you. She's plotting our death.
Hey, careful. Base mom might end up listening in on this.
I hope she does. She's already written me out of her will. There's no more damage that can be done
Wait, how did you get written out of her will?
because I make fun of her too much.
Oh my god.
Oh God.
I don't remember exactly what I said, but it's probably an old joke.
How did you get in the will?
That's a good question. I think you just have to. I don't know. I don't know what you do to get in the will, other than Kara.
Now I'm gonna have to ask Prospero, hey, what does it take to get into your will? What are the stipulations? Is there
I'm
any
in
fine
her
print?
will.
Actually, I think most people are in her will until they do something to get kicked out.
Oh God.
Because I didn't do anything to get in, but I did something to get kicked out.
Yeah.
Yes,
also
check your
her.
logic. Prospero laughs.
She laughs a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Just recently, me and her, I think we first mic chatted with each other on Discord.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love Mama Prospero.
Ma.
I call her Auntie.
Ma.
Ma? Oh yeah, that's
Ma.
right. Jenna calls her Ma.
Just my.
If you have to say it, if you can't say it like a Bostonian, just say mom. It's ma.
I either call her like base mom or Mama, and then I call old grouchy gamer base dad.
Yeah, that's right.
That-
You do. I've seen that.
I thought you were talking about base mama's will.
Oh no, not that.
No,
Yeah.
not that one.
Not that
I
base
was-
mama.
Why? That's why I didn't understand how you got into her will. I was like, okay, but now I'm with it. I'm good. I no longer have to try to figure out why. I have a question. What happened to Miss Misa or
Miss Misa?
Oh, Miss Misa, she does primarily entertainment type videos now. Like it seems like her niche now is reviewing bad horror movies.
Yeah, I saw her last video on her original Miss Misa channel. She's pretty much gone away from the skeptic community.
I don't know if it was on my end or something happened to your mic, Lindsay, but when you said bad horror movies, I thought you were about to say she reviews bad porn. I was like, what?
What?
You know, that's funny you mentioned that, Jacob, because I think
Oh,
she
no.
actually said she's thinking about reviewing bad pornos. I could be wrong, but I could have sworn something like that.
Knowing Misa, that wouldn't surprise me if she started doing that.
Yeah,
And I honestly hope she does.
I'd watch it. I mean, God, that's something that I would love to have on my show because Miss Misa is a fellow Walking Dead fan, and I said that I've been wanting to do a Walking Dead show with like some fans and just talk about it and stuff like that. But we'll see what happens.
hey,
Surprisingly, I played one of the Walking Dead games just because I got it free on Xbox Live for gold.
Oh, is it the Telltale game?
Yeah.
we have to
Oh, I have
discuss
that
the
one.
fact that real, actually alive people took away from zombies getting an acting job.
Well, you know, just when I thought that I was done with the zombie subgenre, Dying Light comes into my life, and then everything
Lord.
just, oh my God, this
And
damn
now that's your
game,
life.
this damn game has consumed me.
Oh, Dying Light has been your addiction? Forza Horizon 4 has been my addiction.
Yeah, oh my God, this damn game, I can't put it down. I think I spent like almost 8 hours yesterday playing it.
Damn!
Like how many hours?
I think about 8 hours probably.
Oh,
RJ, no yelling in ears.
I've spent like 12 hours on a game before.
Hi, Night
Oh.
Hawk.
Tell that to the sim racers that were racing virtually for nearly 24 hours at Daytona.
Can I give Check Your Logic a wrench?
Huh?
Check Your Logic. Needs a wrench.
A wrench?
Yeah. The
I think
blue
only Lindsay
man
can
with
do
the
that.
wrench.
All right. I don't want to end up turning. See, this is the thing with wrenches is that it's like I just want to give everybody a wrench, but then I'll have a wrench no state going on like Snatcher does, and I don't know how.
Don't be like the minions.
Yeah.
Or Bear, who's streaming right now.
Or Bear.
Well, no, Bear's no longer a wrench no state. He took away a good majority of people's wrenches.
Good.
Oh, I haven't been on his channel.
The only wrench I have is for Mundane Matt, and I don't exactly watch his videos anymore.
Jeez.
Oh, boy. It all comes back to Monday Matt.
God, every time he pops into the chat, I'm like, I'm going to be a good girl. I'm going to be a good girl. I'm not going to. Yeah.
He lost to my trust after lying.
You have more self-control, Lindsay, than straight Sith male does.
Holy shit. I've seen some people like going after Matt, like, damn.
Yeah, the moment he pops his head into Lords of the Night chat, there's a certain few people that always say something to him.
Always seeing the Boulder jokes and shit.
Yeah.
Not me.
Some people do the Boulder jokes, and some just go all out like "fuck off, Matt."
Oh my god.
If you're wondering where the original picture Jeremy got for the boulder, well, for Matt back in August, that was actually from an episode of Thomas and Friends. No joke.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know anymore. It's like, I'm just going to kick back with my tub of popcorn and just watch the dumpster fire unfold, because that's how I roll.
That makes you wonder what people would do if Tonka Sauce showed up in Lords of the Night chat now.
I don't trust Tonka. He's more like a Tonka truck to me.
Nighthawk, check your Twitter or your Discord and hit the link to Hangout.
Where did you send it to him?
I sent it to his Twitter DMs. Nighthawk, check your Twitter DMs, and if you need the link again, let me know. Oh my god.
Man, this week has been crazy. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Prospero this morning was having, we'll call it a discussion, with this guy named David, who claimed that jaywalking is the same as illegal immigrants coming into the country.
What?
How do you make that connection?
What? Wait.
I don't know. He was a nice guy. He seems like it, but no wall, and he thinks jaywalking is the same offense as coming into our country. Maybe they jaywalked over the border.
Is he trying to minimize illegal immigration, or is he trying to blow jaywalking way out of proportion?
Oh my god! I'm trying
to
yeah. Oh my god! The mental gymnastics of that. My brain is going to hurt just trying to think. How do you conflate the two?
You don't understand actually what's going on. I don't know. Because it's weird. He honestly believed that, and all I could think of is, first, don't say that to Prospero and Monkey. Second, no.
Just no.
No.
I should have said, yeah, but when you're jaywalking and hit by an illegal alien, a double crime or something like
What
that.
Yeah.
is that? Alien Marvin the Martian?
Check your logic. Yes, yes, yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's just god, just some things that people say. I'm just
The
like I'm.
It's
extent.
baffling. It's
Oh,
baffling.
that reminds me. Since on the topic of fucketry, so
Oh.
first off, how do you guys feel about a new Ghostbusters movie?
I'm a little mixed.
That's kind of how I'm.
Because let's be honest, Ghostbusters 2016 was not a good film.
No, it wasn't. Oh,
I
but apparently media people are mad that the new film is going to disregard the 2016 reboot.
so is
Uh,
Lindsay
shock my imagine.
Jones, whatever her name was, is
Oh
also
god, yeah, Leslie Joan, how she's like trying to link like this new film to like Trump supporters. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, woman?
I'm
I mean,
sorry. What?
Melissa McCarthy still doesn't get why people hate the film.
Just did anybody
Hi
see?
Della.
Hey Della.
Hey, Della.
But it's like, did you guys see the oh god, what? Did you guys see the does anybody watch Red Letter Media?
Not really.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna say, oh crap, what's the name of that? So Red Letter Media, they have this guy that goes by Mr. Plinkett, who does Mr. Plinkett reviews. He reviews bad movies in the most hilarious way. He did an episode on Ghostbusters, and I watched that, and I'm like, oh yeah, this movie's pretty bad.
Yeah, she is Stacy.
So, and now you have people in the media that are just like, this is misogynistic to just disregard the 2016 Ghostbusters movie. This was a step forward for women.
No.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah, let's bring
it was a
out
step.
stereotypes in women in that movie.
It was a
It-
step forward for women to be starred in a movie that bombed.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
It
step forward.
was one small step backwards for them and one small, huge leap backwards for womankind.
I've seen a lot of bad films, and this one is one of the worst. Hell, the Super Mario Brothers movie was better than this.
Well, that's probably not a case of the movie actually being better, just that it's so bad that it's good.
Honestly, I love the Super Mario Brothers movie. I really don't care what people say. Is it a bad movie? Yes. But it's one of those, I don't know, there's just something endearing about the movie.
Well, that's what I was getting at, the so bad it's good kind of movie.
Yeah, exactly. And
It
but
it's terrible,
Mario.
but you love to watch it.
yeah,
I kind of say the same thing about Thomas and the Magic Railroad, even though I grew up with that film.
But I mean, as far as just the idea of a new Ghostbusters, I didn't see either of the first two until a couple years ago,
oh man,
and
there's a reason why it has such a following.
I thought they were good movies, but I didn't think much past that, and
I've seen part.
I didn't bother to see the 2016 one, and so I didn't even know that they were going to make a new one until just a couple days ago.
No one really bothered to see the 2016 one.
Well, yeah, because the advertising for it was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Vaginas in a movie. Come watch.
Oh, can't hate this movie, or otherwise, if you do, you're a misogynistic, racist, troll, man, baby, basement dweller, whatever you want to call.
Yeah,
You'll never be loved.
that's basically the marketing for that movie.
Marketing and the ideology.
Stacey Gardner, didn't women hate the 2016 movie? Yes, yes, they did.
Oh
In fact,
yes.
go watch. I don't know if anybody follows or is subscribed to Mecha Random 42. She does some really good commentary, especially with like the shit being spewed out by the media in regards to entertainment. And oh my God, she went on an epic rant on Leslie Jones in regards to what she said about the new Ghostbusters movie.
Hi, Angela.
Hey, Ma.
Angela.
Hey, Angela. So,
I think first of all, for the Ghostbuster movie, the only way I will go see another Ghostbuster movie is if the green thingy turns into Yoda.
Slimer turning into Yoda.
That'd be odd.
I'd probably watch that. I mean,
I would absolutely watch that.
I love weird shit, so
yeah.
But it's have an original thought, people. You know why they can't come up with new movies or new TV shows? Because they never had imaginary play as children. The people that are starting to come out with stuff.
Well, I mean, the way to go now is to not make new, good, original content. It's to just twist around old content and appease people who don't even want to watch it.
Yep. You hit it right on the head right there.
The only recent thing I got Ghostbusters was the 2016 video game based on the film. And that was a bit better than the film.
See, I didn't realize there was a video game for the 2016 Ghostbusters.
And I've heard it's actually quite good.
If you can talk to RJ at 5 in the morning when he gets a new game, it means he's been up all night with that game. He's up all night with his Ghostbusters game.
Well, I am a night owl.
And Stacey said the second Mortal Kombat movie was better than the 2016 Ghostbusters.
See, I've never seen the second Mortal Kombat movie, but I hear how terrible it is.
That's a widely regarded bad movie.
Yeah, I know. I saw the first one, and I thought it was entertaining.
Yeah, well, let's be fair. The first Mortal Kombat movie wasn't exactly award-worthy either.
No, but
it was one of those, so bad it's good movies.
I'd rather watch a so bad it's good movie than something that's just...
Yeah. Oh,
if I wanted to watch something that was entertaining, I'd rather watch Titanic than Ghostbusters.
See, and I haven't seen Titanic, and honestly, I really have no desire to see Titanic.
Neither do I.
I remember when Titanic first came out, I was in 8th grade, I believe, and oh my god, the girls in my class would just be talking nonstop about Titanic. I'm like, enough with Titanic already. Can we talk about something else?
It would be the girls, wouldn't it?
I've actually seen the film twice in the theaters, and the last time I went to see it, I'm a fan of the ship, okay?
But why in the theater alone?
I'm a fan
That's my
of
point.
Ship. I like the fact that the ship killed off 3/4 of the people.
Well, the last time I went to see the film, I had to spend over $100 just to see it. Ugh, AMC, why?
Why would you do
that? Wait, it hasn't been in theaters since 19 what?
It was mostly on the concessions, like the popcorn.
$100? Was it just you, or did you go with...
I went with my grandma, and it was on the popcorn, the tickets. Yeah, it was not cheap.
Jesus Christ.
But when was it in the theater recently? Oh, you know what? Didn't I have it 24?
It was actually the 20th. It was the 20th anniversary of the film.
But 100 was there? Is it like was it a special package of some sort? Did it include like, I don't know, some stuff? I mean, I just can't imagine spending $100.
I would have spent just 40 on it, but they mostly make their money on the concessions.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Tell me about it. You're looking at like $5 for a bottle of water.
Well,
Check Your Logic. Check Your Logic points out that Titanic 1997 isn't even the only Titanic movie.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them. I mean, there's a whole...
He points out movies that are from 1929, 44, and 53. Those aren't even the ones I'm thinking about. The ones I thought about were made in the early 2000s. Those cartoon movies that starred like knockoff Disney characters.
Oh.
The one from 1944 was actually made by the Nazis. No joke.
Oh, you know what? I think I've heard something about that.
What?
It's called Nazi Titanic. and it's based on that conspiracy. It's based around the conspiracy that the Titanic and the Olympic were switched.
Oh, I've heard that
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, now with some conspiracy theories. But I actually heard that the unsinkable ship was the other one, and
Wait a minute,
it
check your
wasn't
logic. You
ready.
didn't know that?
I'm sorry, check your logic. We didn't mean to destroy you over here.
We broke his innocence.
Well, I'm the only Titanic nerd here.
The fact that that's even a thing, Titanic nerd, that's
I'm
not
just a
something I
nerd.
thought I would. That's not something I thought I would ever hear.
Hey, we could,
Well,
but to be fair, we're a nerd over something.
Well, yeah, but Titanic nerd is not a thing I thought I'd ever hear in my life.
I
Well,
nerd over. I nerd over anything with a motor. Cars, trucks, trains, you name it.
Well, I mean, that's certainly
Well,
understandable. I mean,
that
a lot
makes
of people
sense.
have a love for cars, and
have you
And they're
ever
actually,
seen how it should have ended?
not to mention, they're building a replica of the ship in China.
as Sora Luna said, I tried watching the 2016 talking about Ghostbusters on the plane because I love Chris Hemsworth, but it was so painful in the first 10 minutes. I bet it was.
It took 10 minutes for. Oh, God. I really don't want to watch it now. It only took 10 minutes to get painful.
I'll stick to the original, thank you very much. And I'm pretty sure, you know what? I don't care what people say. It's like Ghostbusters 2 is kind of a universally hated film, and honestly, I loved it.
The first clip I actually watched Ghostbusters 2 involved the Titanic.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because the ghosts were coming off of the Titanic.
When it sank
Oh,
in two pieces.
yeah. Oh, hey, RJ, it's like you and Angela can relate because apparently she knows a lot about the Titanic too.
Oh boy, another thing we have in common.
Maybe I'm the weird one then.
Well, no, RJ and Angela, yeah, are buddy, but just they're adorable.
Wait, check your logic. It took you that long to realize you had a wrench. Oh my God.
That I've experienced that myself when I was first Matt's moderator, and I didn't
It,
expect that.
it's been 13 minutes and he just realized.
I didn't
It-
know Check Your Logic was a guy.
I did.
I've, doesn't he have his?
He
Isn't
does
his
videos.
face his profile picture on Twitter?
Yep. I'm actually subbed to him.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, and he does videos on YouTube too.
Yeah, I just realized. Oh my
Okay,
God.
well that's good. You realized you had a wrench. I realized you were a man.
Wait, speaking of all-female reboots, whatever happens to the all-female Lord of the Flies that was announced?
No shit, right? Oh, maybe because of the subject matter.
Ugh.
Like,
Lord of
oh,
the Flies. Ugh.
yeah. Oh, we can't have women duking it out with each other. That
Well,
would destroy the sisterhood narrative.
didn't they want to have a what's it called? Ape Planet. Planet of the Apes, all female.
Oh,
What would
you
the
know,
point
yeah.
of that be? They're gorilla. Jeez, they're monkeys. Jesus Christ.
Ooh, ooh, ah!
Why would you want? Why? Why would you want to do that? Why?
So
Everything needs to be vaginified.
seriously, enough. I am in no way insulted if James Bond stays a man. I don't want James Bond. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because they were trying to push for a female James Bond.
Of course they were.
It's not an insult to women that James Bond is a guy. It's not an insult to women that Ghostbusters was an all man cast. And if you take it that way, you really, really need to either go take a nap or grow up.
I don't
Well,
know. If you have to rely on representation of old characters to be exactly what you are, go sit in a corner and rethink your life.
yeah.
Because
Well,
that is the saddest, most worthless thing I think I've ever heard.
well, that's the problem with these people is that they have no creative backbone whatsoever. So they've got to take over other people's IP. And it's like if you care so much about gender or about race or about sexual orientation, create your own characters.
Yeah, right?
I don't understand why.
It's because they.
Oh,
Check,
God.
check your logic. I thought you.
Here's how I look at SJWs. SJWs were like pseudo intellectuals, or should I say, people who act like bimbos.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The teachers that are getting it. I think the tide's turning slowly. That people are realizing
Well, there's a
it's
reason
gone
why
crazy.
get woke go broke is a term.
and they
Right?
don't get that. Oh, I don't know. Social justice was started by Joseph Stalin.
So you're saying SJWs are commies, which we already
Basically,
knew.
yes.
We all knew
You've
this for a long
heard
time.
Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I can't do it as eloquently as Monkey can, but
I love it every time he does it.
oh my god, it's hilarious.
I would love to chase Monkey with a monkey wrench.
There's- Hearing Monkey say AOC's name like that reminds me of when Scry would always say Jean Francois the way he did it.
Francois.
I just nagged Scribe on Twitter for um, playing favoritism with the others. Just so you know.
Yeah. Oh, Angela said, dude, Annie Potts was great in those movies. And you know what? This reminds me right here. It's like, okay, so like Chris Hemsworth character in Ghostbusters was supposed to be the male Janine. It goes to show you that Paul Feig and Kate Leopold, those were the two writers of the movie, have no fucking clue about Ghostbusters. Because if they would have actually watched the movie, they would have seen that Janine is actually she's a good character. And she's actually quite smart and funny.
He only took Paul Feig actually only made the film just for the money.
Yep.
See, okay, I had no idea who Paul Feig or Feig, however you pronounce his name. I had no idea who he was before this, but only because of a video um, that Shu and Armored Skeptic did a while back on the guy himself.
He was
Oh
bribed.
my God.
Yeah.
He was
I don't use this word that often, but he is a full-on cuck. And it's not even funny.
Right.
All
Like,
right,
oh,
I'm
shit.
back.
Well, welcome
Welcome
back.
back.
I had a coughing fit.
Oh,
Oh, you said you're still getting over the pneumonia, right?
Yeah, I got it. And on antibiotics for another 2 weeks because my body didn't fight it off, so it came back stronger and it's so annoying.
Check your logic. I use the word cuck pretty frequently. Yeah, well, it's kind of hard not to, especially when it comes to male feminists.
well, yeah. They're the ones that the label applies to the most.
Oh,
Uh, that man, I swear to God.
I would. Somebody one day will explain to me why Antifa burns down their own stuff, and Black Lives Matter burns down their own stuff.
I don't think that can be explained.
there it
Quite
Starbucks
honestly.
is their
Yeah.
home.
you can't really explain stupid.
is.
Or fix it, for that matter.
You can't fix stupid.
I blame the parents.
Oh, yeah, exactly, Angela. She says, I was so pissed about what they did with him in the movie, talking about Chris Hemsworth. He's a great actor, and there was so much room for a worthwhile character there, and they threw it away for a jab at men. Yeah.
Yep.
And again, it's like they have no knowledge of the source material because the character that they were supposedly emulating was not some dumb bimbo.
They made Chris a dumb bimbo.
Well, yeah. Have
Yeah.
you seen clips of the Ghostbusters 2016?
Yep.
Yeah, they make him a full-on retard.
It's pretty bad.
I actually got the film for free when I got Cars 3, and it's on my YouTube account.
Oh God, they're giving it away for free. That tells you something.
Yeah.
We'll pay you to take it.
Just like how Fallout 76 is going to go free to play.
Okay, with Fallout 76, I think they should actually pay people to play it now.
Well, they're removing all the stores are actually removing all the physical copies.
I'm not surprised.
Well, from what I know about that Fallout game is the guys from Lords of the Night were really, really excited about it, and then they were really, really sad.
That's what everyone was.
It's an updated version of Fallout 4.
Hi, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
Oh, he says, me and my daughter watched the good one from the 80s today before work. Yeah, this is the original Ghostbusters is a classic.
Who you gonna call?
Well, who joins us? Oh.
Oh, there goes.
Oh, boy.
I have no clue what's going on. I'm just steering this ship. Hopefully, crashing any planets along.
Very sloppily.
Wait, who is that?
I can't. Is it Nighthawk?
I was gonna say, yeah. That's...
You have a name?
You have a name? You mean your real name's not Nighthawk?
Jesus. RJ, I love you.
RJ, I can say this to him because you know how much I love him. You know the Joker laugh that is a little funny but a little scary?
Yes, the very same.
I'm doing that.
Well, are you talking about like the Cesar Romero laugh or the Jack Nicholson laugh?
Whichever one he just did now. I don't know these names, but that one.
So how are you, Nighthawk?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
Not too bad. Bit of a headache.
Who are you gonna, Sora Luna? Who are you gonna call? The patriarchy. Yeah, we coming around and issuing the repealing the 13th or
the 19th.
I can't even talk today. Alcohol's finally starting to kick in. So.
Yeah, and I'm worried that Article 13 is going to get passed tomorrow.
Well, no, I thought it was postponed.
Wait a minute, they postponed it?
Yeah, Bear actually shared an article. I think it was from The Verge. He's in the article. The European Union postponed the Articles 11 and 13. It was rejected initially.
Oh,
they're waiting.
So it's finally back. So it's finally backfiring them on.
Mm-hmm.
From what James understands, it's being held until after the whole Theresa May.
Oh, the Brexit
thing.
Or was it? Yeah.
Hello, Della.
They need to rid themselves of her, and then they can begin in life.
Oh, Della says Mark Hamill is the only voice of the Joker in my book. I'm probably the only person that hasn't seen the Batman cartoon. I'm a horrible, horrible person.
There's actually another villain that I know Mark Hamill voiced, and it was in Disney XD's Motor City. And the villain isn't like that. He's like a straight version of the Joker.
So if not watching that makes you a terrible person, what does that make me? Because I'm not into the comic book heroes like at all.
This isn't a comic book. This was
No,
an animated.
I'm talking about like what
Oh yeah,
what
the
Lindsay
joke.
said about not watching the Batman cartoon or whatever it was.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way, Jacob. I'm not really into superheroes. It's funny, I listen to comic book curation. I mean, I read comics and stuff, but it's like I'll hear Polly and Jack talking about superheroes and stuff. I'm like, oh, I'm kind of tuned out of this. At least Quiz and I both read The Walking Dead and other stuff besides the superhero stuff.
So that's the thing. I try to watch comic book curation whenever I can, and I don't understand half of what they're saying.
Most of the time, if I want to watch something, I'll put on Home Improvement.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
hear
we
you.
can hear it.
Yep.
Okay. This is my first time being on the Hangout stuff.
Oh, cool.
Mm.
That's why I was having so much trouble on the link.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I never did get a chance to check your stream when you did the Resident Evil 2 demo. How'd you like it?
Oh, yeah. It was good. It was good. I can't wait. In fact, where's my partner in crime in terms of Resident Evil, Serenity Lotus? I'm sure she'll agree with me that the demo was pretty awesome.
The good thing you didn't bring this up with Satsu around because he would have
Oh
fangasmed
my
all over
god!
that.
It's like if I had Satsu on the stream, it's like I think that's basically all we'd be talking about is Resident Evil.
Oh yeah.
Because I am like a
Or tipster.
I mean, I am a hardcore fan of this series. It's been that way from the very beginning. I am an OG player. I mean, I played the original trilogy. And it's funny because I think I remember mentioning in chat that I just tried playing the original Resident Evil 2 just recently, and I got my ass handed to me.
Oh god.
When yet before I was getting like A+ on my games and stuff like that. To the point where I've unlocked the side games because you have to get like I think an A ranking or higher to unlock the hunk side game. And now it's like I play it like because before I could play it just fine, like not use any of my first aid sprays, not put too many not have too many save games and stuff. And oh my god, now I tried and I like die every 10 minutes. Bye, Della.
Bye,
Later.
Della.
See ya,
Come
Della.
back. You're stuck
Don't
with
get
us
hazed.
forever.
Ba-dum-tsh.
Okay.
Did you just say don't get hazed?
Yeah, don't get
Yes.
hazed.
Oh, Sora Lewis says it looks good. I love the series. Oh, it's honestly, it's weird because I haven't really been getting into new gaming, obviously, until Dying Light comes into my life. But even before that, I've never really gotten into some of like the other games, but I've always been a loyalist to Resident Evil. So, but
I'm not into horror games because they usually creep me out and scare me half to death.
oh, that's understandable. It's definitely not for everybody. In fact, I find it kind of funny because I remember Bear said that he can't stand the horror games. It terrifies him. But yet here he is streaming Dying Light.
Yeah, but the reason it terrifies him is for a different reason than it would terrify any of us. It's from his days in the military.
Oh, Sora Luna, I love Silent Hill. That's my other favorite game series. It's like between Resident Evil and Silent Hill are like my two. Those are bae. I hate using that term, but I'm going to use it anyway. Yeah.
Oh, God.
I've been a diehard fan of both of those franchises. In fact, I will never forgive Konami for scrapping Silent Hills or what they call the PT.
Oh, I haven't heard that in a while.
Or charging $10 per save.
Yeah. Well, no, it's like Konami's really not even doing games now. I think they've been investing most of their time on the pachinko machines. That seems to be better.
I think they're done with the video game industry, as far as I can see.
But then yet we've gotten new Metal Gear games. So I don't know if Konami has sold the rights or if they're still developing. I don't know that. Like,
I mean, they're not the only studio to go down the shitter. I mean, you have Bethesda, EA,
geez. That was quite a year last year for some.
Activision Blizzard, Bungie just split.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because Bungie was it? They were contracted with Activision. Was that what it was?
Yeah, Blizzard. Yeah, they're not praised too highly.
Yeah. Well, and then you have. I think Bethesda probably takes the cake for last year of like the biggest
Oh,
dumb
God.
fuck up. Like,
I mean, it got the authorities to start an investigation on them.
I mean, holy shit. It's kind of funny because I remember when the trailer for Fallout 76 came out, my husband was like, maybe we should wait before we decide to buy the game just to see what people say. Boy, did we dodge a bullet with that one.
Yeah, it's gonna go free, guaranteed. Because I'm feeling bad for Scribe because he just wasted $200.
Oh
I'm just thinking of the fact that Monkey downloaded those things overnight for hours.
It's funny. Monkey is the only
Wow.
person that I know of that has kind of defended the game. I'm like, hey, good for you, dude, that the game worked fine for you. But all the other reviews that I've seen, there's plenty of evidence to suggest that, yeah, Bethesda done fucked up with Fallout 76.
Yep,
And
it's the game that bombed.
They just wanted to end the year on a high point, people paying for stuff, so it looks good on the books.
How did that go?
Bethesda has redefined "hold my beer."
Oh, shit.
Oh, hey, Vortex.
It doesn't matter how bad the game was. It's still on the books that all these people bought for free. All the people
Hold my
bought
keg.
Free
Oh my
free.
god.
Now,
Oh,
what
Johnny
do you
said-
think?
Oh yeah, Nighthawk. What's your opinion on this whole thing? You're a gamer too, right?
A little bit.
Okay.
I love your voice.
Thank you. What game was you talking about?
Well, it's like we were talking about
Fallout 76.
76, like the whole
Oh.
debacle with Bethesda and
Now I remember you had made a tweet about it, and I had commented because I had seen the video that you had responded to.
yeah.
Because basically what he was saying, he was saying that it was more of kind of like his perspective of why he didn't like it. It wasn't like objectively it was a bad game. It's just personally to him
Mm-hmm.
that was the real, um, I just think it was more of a personal thing to him. Now, granted, I have seen other reviews. I think Rags did a really good review of Fallout 76. You guys know him?
Hi, Blair.
Rags, YouTuber named Rags.
Rags.
I know.
Oh, I know of him. I know of him.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Did you guys see his video where he basically destroyed I Hate Everything over his opinions on the Last Jedi? Oh
Yeah,
my
I've seen that one.
Not really.
It was
Although-
he served. So
Oh yeah, Diablo Blunder. Yeah, the next Diablo game. It's not coming out on PC. It's mobile only.
and that's one game that I
Oh,
need to try
right.
out. My dad sings Diablo's praises, so I'm like thinking I'm gonna try that game out. Oh, and then Johnny says he's waiting for Doom Eternal. Ooh, and I have Doom in my collection that I started and I haven't finished, and I need to.
Hey,
I'm
Lindsay,
waiting on.
sorry, do you like I Hate Everything's channel?
He's okay. I mean, I've never really paid too much attention to him, but I saw his the video he did on The Last Jedi, and I was just like, oh, this is interesting.
Right.
What did he say?
It wasn't one of his better videos. Now, I mean, I personally like his channel. I mean, I like his perspective on certain things that he holds. But as far as that video itself, I was kind of disappointed. And then um, Mauler had, I guess they had a hangout, but it wasn't live. So when they were talking about it, he kind of agreed with Mauler's points about how it was a bad movie, and he kind of admitted it. But then he had did a podcast with Your Movie Sucks, and he basically said that nobody has been able to convince him that the movie has been bad. And I was just kind of like, oh, you kind of losing me.
Well,
That's
no,
shady.
well, now that makes me wonder. It's like, I wonder what Lucasfilms is giving him. I wonder what kind of, because because I saw his video and I'm just like, okay, he really doesn't point out exactly what it is that makes the movie good.
Right,
Other than, ooh, great special effects. I don't care about the special effects. I care
right.
about the story.
Well, not only that, he also made it a point to say the people in the comments. He went to the most extreme examples, and that's where many of the criticisms to his video were coming from. They were basically getting on him saying, "Why did you pick the most extreme examples?" There were people who gave really good reasons as why it was objectively a terrible film, and you just completely ignored it.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of YouTubers tend to do that
Yeah,
just to
Oh,
show, hey, these guys
yeah.
are the ones criticizing me.
And I've seen some videos where people act like critiques of The Last Jedi and they go into detail as to why it sucked.
right,
And it's like, and you compare that to I Hate Everything's video, and it's like, dude, you're not really exactly holding water here.
right.
If I,
I didn't see this video. Did he defend The Last Jedi and call it good, or did he like
Oh yeah, he
try to
defended
get
that.
around calling it bad?
Well, no, he actually agreed that it was good, but the problem was
Oh boy.
anybody who disagreed were basically extreme examples of
Yeah.
it was just it
Oh,
was crazy.
they were just fanboy trolls,
Yes,
fanboy trolls, you know.
So
wait a
it's the
minute.
same thing. It's the same thing that we hear from the social justice crowd when they talk about people who try to criticize The Last Jedi.
right.
You're just a bunch of
Oh,
fanboy trolls and man babies.
I'm just
I
so
hate I hate everything. Hot meat kettle.
No, but I mean, it's so crazy that the points that he was trying to make, it's like, oh yeah, the special effects were good. It's like you could tell he was dodging. He was dodging the criticisms of this movie. It was ridiculous. It's like, come on, dude.
Hmm.
So, and I hate using this term, but it's funny because at the beginning of the movie he said, "Oh yeah, I'm a Star Wars fanatic and stuff like that." It's like, yeah, you from that video you just proved that you're basically a blind fanboy who will accept anything that's thrown at him.
True,
Exactly.
true.
And it's funny because I kind of get like same comments when I do critiques on The Walking Dead. And I get these fanatics coming in and telling me, like, I remember I saw one comment where someone said, stop conflating or stop comparing the show or the comic or the show with the comic. It's like blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, well, the show is based off of the comic. So there are going to be comparisons. Deal with it.
Right.
The show is made from the comic. If
Exactly.
it wasn't for the comic books, there'd be no show.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Exactly. It's
Logic,
it,
people.
It drives me insane. And it's like, whenever I point out my criticisms, I get told, oh, well, you're just hating. Oh, you're nitpicking. Even though I've laid out examples to kind of prove my points.
Well, I mean,
it
what's funny to me is the nitpicking word because people say that so much. I've it's come to the point like, do you guys understand what nitpicking actually means? It means that you actually have a good point. You just don't care about it. That's
I see
Go ahead.
I see that I know what you mean. I know what you all mean. I mean I see this in the Thomas and Friends community. I mean it's the same criticism.
There's a community for that.
Right.
Yes.
I mean,
Aside from like kids.
Oh my!
mhm.
No! Don't get started on that. There's there's a conspiracy theory in all about Thomas the Train Engine.
Wait, can
It's
theory on what?
RJ.
on there is a community surrounding it, and yeah, quite a few of us are overage.
No, the
It's
conspiracy theory you have about Thomas, the train engine.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't think I've ever mentioned Spirit.
Your issue with it.
Oh, well, my her can't remember. My issue. Some people actually bring up the same. I see some of the same complaints thrown towards the TV series, just like what you guys were explaining about Star Wars. I mean, well, the Last Jedi, and I've seen so many of these complaints. I mean, it gets old after a while.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Especially if you go as far as to call people racist, sexist, man, basement dweller, man baby. I mean, you're not. What's your point? What's
Right.
I
your
mean,
argument here?
the only point they're pointing out is their own damn flaws.
Thank you, Vortex. You nailed it right there. I think you need to be careful when writing material for a 30-year-old established universe.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I mean, the Railway series has been around since I don't know, since the end of World War II. Actually, funnily enough, the first book was published days after the end of World War II.
Hey,
Hey, no one
Lindsay.
has money. Let's publish your book. Oh, sorry, Nighthawk.
Oh, you're fine. I wanted to ask, do you kind of try to make it a point to to stream on Sundays, or do you kind of do it whenever? Or?
This is our first stream.
Yeah, this is our first stream. We're talking about doing it on the weekends since I work during the week, so we're thinking like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Right. Well, I know the Operation Domination stream. This is the first one, but I've seen I guess I can't remember who you were talking with. It was kind of a Walking Dead kind of theme.
Oh yeah, with that one's just whenever. I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
whoever I can get that's a fellow Walking Dead fan.
This is gonna be more of a regular thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm not big into Walking Dead, so I have nothing to say. I'd be like,
Yeah.
give zombies the job. If paraplegics are losing out, or
Oh, Angela said you sound like me going off on Game of Thrones. I take it you're a fan of the books as well. I mean, I will admit that I have not completed the books, and I know I should.
I haven't even started.
Oh my
reading
god!
books.
But I had a hard enough time grasping the character names at the very beginning. I've heard that the books have a lot more backstory and a lot more characters.
Yeah, I tried doing that same thing with my series, and so far it's doing all right.
Yeah. I mean, I will fully admit I was not impressed with the previous season of Game of Thrones, season 7. I don't know. It was very underwhelming to me. It's like, oh hey, look, dragons. It's like, okay, what else really happened other than Baelish getting killed? Oh, and then the wall coming down.
redheads, or is that a different thing?
Red. Oh, you mean Sansa? Sansa killing Baelish, yeah. That's basically all that really happened in season 7. That's all you need to know.
I have to rewatch the entire series again because I don't remember shit from the last season.
I do too. I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to do a rewatch. I'm thinking actually I might do a recap and review of I don't know if I want to do like all the episodes or if I want to do it by season, because I mean there's already 7 seasons total. It's soon to be 8.
You can call it your soapbox
My soap.
on zombie things.
But I will say this though. I'm glad that Game of Thrones is ending next year. I mean, at least it's going to go out with a bang and not a whimper. I can't say the same thing about The Walking Dead because it's already starting to lose me. And there's no telling when that show's going to end. But hopefully it will end when the 3rd movie on Rick Grimes comes out, but we'll see about that.
Have you heard about the girl that reviewed Game of Thrones, and she was upset that there were more redheads than other people.
Wait, what?
What?
Oh
Are
my
you
goodness.
fucking serious?
Drunkle did a video on this girl that was complaining on the fact that this, what is supposed to be Irish British island, had more redheads than other people, hair color even, not alone pigmentation.
Oh, this is an old video.
Yeah, and she's upset because redheads only are 3% of the world. Yes, but in where this story is based, there would be that many redheads. So it's sticking to what it should.
Wait a
But
minute.
she's all mad. Oh, it's on Drunkle's channel.
I am so
Yeah.
confused. There's only one person I can think of that's a redhead, and that's Sansa. Oh, and then I think, I guess technically, what's her name? Her mom. Ah, my God, why am I forgetting her?
My
Catelyn.
my facial hair is actually reddish, and one of my aunts was a redhead.
Well,
Wait, the mom. What was her name again?
Catelyn. It was Catelyn, yeah.
Catelyn.
and I'm sure if this was an old video, I'm sure some of the redheads have been killed off and stuff.
It's fiction, though. You know what? It kind of reminds me. I think I saw somebody did a response video. I could have sworn it was Drunkle, or somebody was responding to somebody in regards to how there's not really any people of color in Game of Thrones.
That was
That's
probably
what I'm
Drunkle.
talking about.
It was that one.
Yeah, I do recall that one. I'm like, oh my God, you're freaking kidding me.
She was talking
Come on,
about
Drunkle.
redheads. Yeah. Well, Drunkle didn't do it. He was reviewing. He was tearing this little girl to pieces.
Well, and then on the opposite side of the spectrum, I remembered seeing No Bullshit do a video about how Game of Thrones is feminist and how he was saying there's an SJW agenda being pushed in the show. I'm like,
What?
he did. I'm just like, dude, there's no like. I'm just like,
Didn't he say the same thing about Affinity War?
yeah, it's like I saw he did a video on Black Panther, and honestly, I saw Black Panther and I personally enjoyed it, but I do believe it is a bit of an overrated movie compared to some of the other Marvel movies. But
Hey,
yeah, he made, huh?
My 3-year-old love dressing like Black Panther and running all over the house. So
Wait a minute, isn't No Bullshit a right-wing SJW?
Yes, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
It's like I remember he did a video on Black Panther where he was talking about oh my God, Black Panther pushes an SJW agenda, and like some of the women like talking about how a character like oh, the princess, I'm trying to remember her name, how she's a Mary Sue and stuff like that. And I remember I saw Hi, I Think I'm Real did a video response to him basically saying that no, what the characters are how they are in the comic.
Oh.
check your logic says POC, colored people.
Yeah. Vortex, No Bullshit can spin anything. It's kind of amazing in a way. Yeah, it's like he's the SJW of anti-SJW.
Right? See, you got, when it comes to representation and the argument and all that, you got the ones on the left saying that, you know, especially with women being powerful, if they're not explicitly kicking the ass of every man they see, it's a problem. But then you got people like No Bullshit who complain about Game of Thrones being feminist. The moment that any woman starts to be powerful in some way, it's a problem.
Exactly. It's like he was trying to point out how the showrunner said about something about women in. I'm like, I don't give a shit what the showrunner said. It's like if you've actually paid attention, because he was talking about how Daenerys is like, oh, the feminist character, blah blah blah, and I'm just like, how it's like all the people in the war room were all female, like all the people in charge were female. I'm like, dude, did you not notice that her hand of the king or hand of the queen in this case is a male? And
Yeah.
considering the fact that Tyrion's role is probably one of the most important roles to have, because the king or queen is relying on your advice.
Exactly.
Well, it's not okay. Again, it's set in ancient times where there are redheads and queens in power. Is he gonna call Queen Victoria a feminist? Because it's the same thing.
It's just it. Honestly, I probably should do a reaction video to him, or I've been wanting to do one to the Game of Thrones video, because Jesus Christ, that really irritated the shit out of me.
Lindsay's avatar reminds me of Sudoku.
Oh, Suikoden. Oh,
Suikoden.
it's the birth. Oh my god, I haven't played Suikoden in forever. Holy shit.
Do what?
Wait a minute, I think I've seen that avatar. Wait a minute, you used an anime avatar from DeviantArt?
No, it's okay. Surprisingly enough, I've had this avatar since my live journal days. That's how old this avatar is. But until I can find somebody that's willing to actually do some artwork for me, I'm kind of sticking with this avatar for now. It's like the stills that were used in my videos. It's like my husband actually drew those, so I'm thinking maybe I'll have him make me an avatar. Not sure yet.
If I was gonna have someone do my avatar, it would just be my feminine self.
But yeah, that's the reason why I don't have any like actual drawn images as any of my icons.
Yeah.
I do have a couple friends who are artists, and one of them actually did a rough sketch of a icon she would use for me, but she kind of fucked up her hand. So when she eventually, if or when she eventually actually gets that finished, then I'll just use that.
Hey, Street Sith Mail.
Hello.
Hello.
Angela said Black Panther was a good comic movie. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I will admit I was kind of getting bored at the beginning of the movie, but sort of around the second act is when it really grasped my interest.
I'm still scarred from what are those?
Oh, and I do have some weird news. Guess what happened to Machinima? It's being merged into full screen.
What?
Wait, huh? Machinima.
Machinima was bought out by AT&T and being merged into full screen. Every single video in the Machinima archive privated.
What's Machinima?
It was basically the original. It was basically one of the first networks to hire gaming channels.
Yeah, they were kind of like there was another one like them. Screw Attack.
Yeah, Machinima at one time had PewDiePie.
Love, you're trying to blow my eardrums.
Ah, shit.
Windows 10, stop it.
It drives me nuts.
Can't they just make it like Windows 7 again, please, and not spy on us?
Oh my god, it's funny because I have the Discord app on my computer, and sometimes the notifications will go off. I'm like, oh my god, stop!
Oh, they go off all the time for me.
I go on, for them to stop. I just go on D&D, or just go into the settings and turn off notifications for Discord.
I have all my notifications off because if I'm asleep, it's a good day, and I can't be woken up. Unless you're a child that I legally have to take care of, notifications are off. That's why
Hey, Lindsay, do you have
godparent.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
Do you have any other games that you're kind of looking forward to other than Resident Evil 2?
Well, I am looking forward to Devil May Cry 5. That is another franchise that I kind of been following since the beginning. And then,
I'm looking forward to that one myself.
yeah, oh my god, I love Dante. Dante's like my dream boat. I love Dante. Let's see. Also, well, Dying Light 2. Of course, I don't know if that's going to be out this year or next year because they haven't talked about a release date.
Well, hold on 1 second. So you said about Dante. Did you like what they did with him in number 2?
You know, I didn't think the number 2 was all that bad. I think it got kind of a lot of. I mean, I guess I can understand why people were kind of turned off by it because it seemed a little different from the first game. But I don't know.
Right.
I think it got some unnecessary flack.
I mean, I could see where people were coming from. I personally wasn't really a fan of it because I played the first one. I just think the mechanics of the game was the biggest issue for me.
Yeah.
Dante's character, as far as himself, they were saying that he wasn't, being a kind of a smart ass like he usually, we see him today. But his number one character, he has some smart lines, but he was nowhere near 3, 4, and obviously 5.
Right.
So it was kind of confusing where people were saying that how his character was ruined, kind of like when they tried to reboot with DMC. And you remember that one?
Oh, that dumpster fire.
Right. Yeah. You had to think about it for a second, right?
Honestly, I have not played the reboot, and I'm glad I
Me neither.
From it. When I saw that they changed his look, I'm like, are you fucking serious?
Right.
It's
well, not only that, they changed it to where it was supposed to be, humans and demons, and then it went from angels, and there's all kinds of lists I can go with that game, but I never played it, so and obviously by the sales, it was a flop.
Yep, and
Hi, Kyra.
Hey, Kara.
Hey, Kara.
But it's like, it's and it seems like Capcom kind of knows, like they're kind of treating that as like the redheaded stepchild.
Yeah,
we're gonna completely forget about. So, but in all actuality, I mean, personally, I wasn't really a fan of the third game. I mean, it's like I obviously loved Dante's character and stuff like that, but I just did not like the gameplay. It was way too hard.
Really?
I thought it was hard. I had a hard time with it.
I guess I will give you, especially when the game first came out, because did you hear about how they had to come out with a special edition to kind of lower the difficulty, because basically it was really hard version, even though it said normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I definitely can understand you for that one. But personally, for me, I think it was the gameplay that was really the highlight. The combat system, everything that you could do, you had so much freedom.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a very good selling point for me.
Yeah, I need to go back. Actually, I'm probably going to go back and get the remastered version just so I can replay it.
Right.
So, because I don't know, is the remastered supposed to? Did they? I'm wondering if they toned down the difficulty in the remastered version.
Well, I think the remastered version is going to be the special edition version, which when that came out, they had lowered the difficulty because of the complaint. It was a big thing when it first came out. Okay. So I'm pretty sure if you played it, it pretty much be up to you if it's still difficult for you or not.
Yeah.
I need to interrupt for a second.
Sure.
He's not a Yankee.
Oh my God, we're doing this again. God
I am.
damn it.
Oh my God, that's too funny.
Nightwing, yeah, that's what Darkwing. Sorry, I have pneumonia and a fever, so I can be confused. What's your definition of a Yankee? And not the baseball team.
I feel like we've had this discussion.
It's because apparently Jacob is north of the Mason-Dixon line, but I think that being on the west side kind of cancels that out, maybe.
Where do you think Yankees begin and end?
New England?
Oh yeah.
Well, it's
That
like
are-
probably somewhere in the Midwest. Midwest, like you kind of divide like the east or north versus south.
I mean, people. Geez, like like the British. Ugh. Damn English.
Oh, Kara says, oh, they're talking about Devil May Cry. I played Devil May Cry 4. That is I love Devil May Cry 4.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm good with Washington Boy. Kara and I have come to an agreement.
She's still got to call me Yankee Boy outside of this. You realize that, right?
I will hunt you.
Oh.
I will find you and I will kill you.
Try me.
Me and Prospero could actually meet each other since we virtually live miles from each other.
Oh. You know, I hope
Well,
that
since-
happens.
Rub it in, why don't you?
Oh, Prospero, go on a day she cooks.
Going what?
A day she cooks.
You know, I was just thinking it would be awesome if we had like a meetup, like somewhere, like a Lords of the Night Minions meetup.
Well, there's been
That would be cool.
there's been talks of Minion meetup for a while now.
Yeah.
Like the possibility of doing that. There's already kind of a mini Minion meetup at MythCon this year.
Oh, yeah, because I saw that Sanguine and Skeptalk and Eve too.
Yeah, Eve, Quiz, Sanguine, Skeptalk, and Adam.
I'm
Oh
glad
man,
you
I would love
had
to hang with that.
died bandages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And from what I hear, Adam was just as much of a mess in person as he is on streams.
No.
Yeah.
What did Adam do?
He was being Adam. That's all he did.
Enough said.
That's all you need to know.
Tie-dye band-aids, that's bigotry.
Hey! Tie-dye band-aids. Kamo brought that on.
Oh, God.
My Ed is looking chat all of a sudden. I have tie-dye band-aids.
Tie-dye band-aids are a tool.
I thought you said pancakes.
Tie-dye pancakes?
She just,
You're going to VidCon?
Oh.
Technologic's going to VidCon. I don't have a lot of nice things about VidCon.
wait, check
Hey,
your logic.
check your logic. That wasn't very nice. Don't make me take your inch.
Oh, God.
Somehow I feel like that was an accident, but that might just be me.
Check your logic. Please tell me that was an accident. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Sorry
Yeah.
about that straight. I wish that there was a way that I could actually undo that.
Wait, what happened with her phone?
Oh,
Her phone?
check your
Sorry,
logic.
guys.
Check your logic ended up timing out straight Sith mail.
Oh, he hit him.
And,
Wow.
okay. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, straight Sith mail. You know, that kind of reminds me of the one time that I was in Monkey's chat and Poppy accidentally bopped me.
Oh.
Oh,
Hmm.
Her fascist bopped me.
She's done that a lot, and that's usually because she puts her phone in her bra. And she ends up bopping someone with her boob on accident.
It's like it's fascist hits. Poppy's
Yep.
talk about getting a boob job.
Hi, Serenity.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
we were just talking about Resident Evil a little earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it should be known that Check Your Logic did our first time out, even if it was by accident.
And take away his wrench so you can time him out.
You can time out people with, if you're on the stream, you can time people with renters
Well, if
out.
you're the host, you can do it.
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Is that I'm trying to, like, I don't understand why they don't give me the Oh, here we go. Let's see.
Imagine if Dax was still up and he could talk with us.
Oh Lord.
Oh my god. Crap.
I've been wanting to get on Monkey in the Morning for a long time.
I think
Hey,
he only gets the certain few people, and it's usually only the people he would actually be willing to ask
Yeah.
to be on Lords of the Night.
Mhm.
I hope to have Monkey on my show one of these days. Well, either Monkey, Satsu, or Scribe.
Actually, Jenna was on Monkey in the Monday morning.
Yeah, I know. I saw.
Mhm.
I can't. Freaking Monkey has to stream when I'm in bed.
Wait, hold on. Serenity, what are you blaming me for?
I don't know what.
Oh, he says I was busy with some drugs.
Yeah. That's some sketchy
I
phrasing.
just realized I have when I type, it says the word I type after I type it to make sure I'm writing English. So it does that on the device I'm using. So if you hear typing and then words, it's just me being me.
Oh, Serenity's like, I was busy with some drugs. How goes RE2? Serenity. You talk about RE2. Like, it's kind of funny because we were both like fangirling out of the chat. Like, oh my god. 5 days away. I can't freaking wait. But, to go back to Nighthawk's question on what games I'm looking forward to. So, yeah, it's like, Devil May Cry 5, Resident Evil 2, and if it's coming out this year, Dying Light 2. And then I'm still waiting to hear when they're going to announce the release date for Death Stranding 2. That's another game they've been hyping that I've been waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
You know, another trailer, but no release date. It's like, what's up with that, fam?
So
They
do
no
you know
longer
if?
make.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So were you planning on making kind of like a kind of gaming and reviews or?
Oh, I'm planning on doing all sorts of stuff. Actually, I want to get like a video capture card and actually do some retro reviews because I've got some like games that I think that like from the PS2 and onward that I want to do reviews on, just like kind of like games that I think are underrated that I think that people should look into.
Okay.
So,
Funny enough, the original PlayStation 2 was my first console.
oh yeah, I mean, well, you were certainly a young enough demographic for that time because I think you were probably I don't think you were even born yet around the time that the PS1 came out.
I've been exposed to PS2, the original Xbox, the GameCube. Never got to play the Dreamcast.
Yeah, I never played the Dreamcast either. And it's like the only reason why I wanted the Dreamcast was so I could play Resident Evil Code Veronica, but they ended up porting that to the PlayStation 2. Oh, and Serenity got a pre-order of RE2. I hate you. I hate you.
Oh God!
Hi, Serenity Loris.
Damn you. Cuss you. I need that.
Oh, and guess what happened this week while you guys were off? Soldier Boy's website went down.
Oh,
boy.
dear Lord.
And he's being sued by Nintendo.
Stop.
Nice.
Of course.
I'm so shocked.
Well, imagine my shock. This is what happens when you what did he do? He tried overpricing
He basically found old, knockoff. Basically, he found knockoff video games and passed them off as his own with. He basically found old, knockoff video games and passed them off as his own with. He basically found knockoff video games and passed them off as his own with. He basically found knockoff video games and passed them off as his own with. He basically found knockoff video games and passed them off as his own with. He basically found knockoff video games and passed them off as his own with. He basically found knockoff video games and passed them off as his own with. He basically found knockoff video games and passed them off as his own with. He basically found knockoff video games and passed them off as his own with. He basically found knockoff video games and passed them off as his own with. He basically found knockoff video games and passed them off as his own with. He basically found knockoff video games and passed them off as his own with. He basically found knockoff video games and passed them off as his own with. He basically found knockoff video games and passed them off as his own with. He basically found knockoff video games and
Oh, it's like with he passed them off. They were ROMs, right? There were ROMs that were like put on this console system.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
and
Oh, jeez.
and I've and the reason why I knew those pretty much some of those consoles, if you guys have watched Re-Res, you'll see where consoles come are knockoffs of actual knockoffs.
RJ, you're roboting.
Sorry.
Yeah,
RJ's a
really bad.
Rambler, hit like so we get 10 likes.
I was trying to say some of the knockoffs Soldier Boy was trying to pass off as his own. I've seen on Re-Res,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
and I recognize them.
I've just only heard about that debacle, and what do they do? I think he ended up he had to pull it down, I believe.
No, it is the store that he was using.
Hey, Ram.
Due to a cease and desist from
You're botting out again, dude.
Yeah.
Let me
Can you
try.
connect it to your computer?
Zup.
Yeah, that's all I'm
Can
hearing.
you do it, RJ?
Let me try closing some apps.
Oh, Rambler said, I'm old enough to have played the last Atari system. You know something?
Damn, you old.
I actually remember the Atari 2600 when I was a baby because we've been, ever since I was that small, we've been collecting consoles. We've been, I've like, it's what I kind of said, I've been a gamer since I was very, very small. You know, it's like we had the 2600 and then we had the Sega Master System and then the NES, the original NES, and then the Genesis. Oh. So I think the only the consoles we didn't own were like the Neo Geo and the Philips 3DO because my dad was not willing to pay an arm and a leg because those consoles were pretty damn expensive.
Did you say
Wait a minute?
3DO?
Oh,
good lord.
Rambler, what console were you mentioning? The Atari Falcon or the Jaguar?
Oh, jeez. Oh, the Jaguar.
Wait, isn't the Jaguar the one that looks like a toilet?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Angry Video Gamer did a video on that.
Yeah, that's the only reason I know it exists.
It does look like
The Falcon was Atari's last computer they ever released, which was basically compatible with the Jaguar.
Oh, Rambler's a couple of years younger than me, so. Yep.
He's only a few years older than me. I'm 26, almost 27.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're. Oh no, wait, Jacob's the baby. Never mind.
Yeah,
all of you are old to me.
I'm almost 30 for Pete's sake. I'm not that.
I'm the only one here who's not in my 20s. So there you go.
We're in the nursing home and you're
I'm not in my 20s.
Yeah, exactly.
Jacob, I'll have you know, Lindsay and I are not in our 20s.
No, yep.
What about you, Nighthawk?
Getting closer to 40.
No.
I'm going to be in Monkey's category where I'm going to be like the crippled old hag.
I'm already crippled, damn it. I'm halfway there.
Speaking of old consoles, one of the classic systems that I want to get is the C64 Mini.
I thought he was going to say, speaking of old cripples.
Oh, the Commodore 64?
Yeah, they're going to try to make a real version of that computer.
Serenity, so
Really?
that's Wednesday?
Well, Wednesday?
Her birthday.
Oh, her birthday, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
Don't forget to tell the guys on Lords of the
that's why I'm asking what day it is, because I'm going to make sure they know. I know it's on Sassy's night.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm evil.
I'm going to try to at least sing happy birthday to you in a funny Gollum voice.
Oh, jeez.
Wait, Jacob, you don't spell your whole name with a... Hey, that's my birthday, check your logic.
Oh. Well, I think we'll remember that then. It's December 17th.
You can't have it.
Serenity says ColecoVision was her first console. It's like, yeah, I've never played the ColecoVision. That's one console we didn't own. But we had almost every other ones.
Speaking of consoles, I can't wait for Analog's version of the Sega Genesis.
I thought I heard something about that Sega's actually planning a plug and play of the Genesis.
Yep, and
Hyperkin's
remaking the Nomad officially. This is the first bit. Well, that's the first piece of Sega hardware to be remade since the Genesis was made by Jesco in the late 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Now I feel old.
Oh, jeez. No, it's kind of funny because I remember I saw I think the official Resident Evil page shared that the original Resident Evil 2 was 20 years old. I'm like, oh, dear God. It's because I was in my teens. And I remember playing that game, and I'm like, it can't be 20 years old already.
I could say that a lot. I could actually say the same about a lot of series that I've played. Gran Turismo. Let's see. Gran Turismo. And the amount of Sims that I played, mainly race simulators. I mean, R Factor's game engine is that old.
Yeah, I like.
Now we got the whole chat talking about my age. Fantastic.
Well, hey, you could be Bloodwing's age. I mean.
Oh, Lord.
You get me and Bloodwing talking, and we'll be talking for hours.
Check your logic. I remember the birthdays of Johnny Blaze, Diesel Dave, Skeptalk, Mashisu. I can't pronounce her name.
Mashisu.
Or just
Mash works. It's so much easier.
And check your logic.
Check your logic. Do you remember my birthday?
He remembers mine.
Mine's not for another few months in May.
Okay, I will be right back, guys, because, I think I'm turning into Bloodwing here. I got to use the
bathroom.
Oh, great. I'm in charge, and I keep having coughing fits.
Serenity said I need a 7 Deadly Sins avatar. As much as I like 7 Deadly Sins, I like Fairy Tail just a little bit more.
Is that a video game?
Oh, yeah, check your logic. Remember, this is my birthday. Yeah. We had to do it on the 10th last year because, I don't know, I was going to be away from my computer. Luckily, I was around for Lords of the Night that night.
Why, Rambler? What's your birthday?
I'm pretty sure I have my birthday on my Twitter, so if you really want to know, you can just look there.
I give out my birthday.
Minor.
What was that?
Yep.
Your birthday says minor. Minor.
Wait a minute. Rambler's birthday's on the 25th of December?
Ouch.
You drunkle in Jesus.
All right, I'm back.
We've discovered Rambler, Drunkle, and Jesus share a birthday.
Oh, check your logic. Remembers, he started watching Lords of the Night regularly on May 12th, just a day after my birthday.
Oh, geez, Rambler, your birthday's December 25th? I guess Rambler is Jesus confirmed.
Or Santa Claus. Or Santa Claus.
Jesus.
Oh. No, Drunkle's birthday is the 25th too, so between two of them, there.
I wonder what you could call Drunkle if he's drunk on Christmas.
Well, he's probably drunk on Christmas anyway.
Was it his grandfather that passed away?
Oh, I don't know. I just heard that he lost that he had a death in the family.
I really hope it wasn't his grandfather. He was talking about it on a stream, and they were really, really close.
Oh. Yeah, I hope that Drunkle's doing okay.
I hope he's I hope he's recovering all right.
He doesn't have a freezer or a microwave. Explain that to me.
Oh god, are you mentioning microwaving water in the microwaving water? Because that's like my hot button right there.
Microwaving water in the microwave.
No,
What's a
Where else
microwave
would you do
water
that?
in the microwave?
he doesn't have a microwave or a freezer. In his
Oh,
house, in his flat.
No, I just remembered when Monkey mentioned about microwaving water in the microwave, and I'm just like, why, you uncultured swine?
Okay,
You boil water on the kettle.
I'm actually with Monkey on this one because it warms up my water. Who cares?
Yeah, but there's cold
make-
in your water.
I use a coffee pot to make my tea. Because I don't drink coffee, so I just make tea.
Good night, Serenity.
Good night.
Okay,
Night,
Rambler.
Serenity.
Okay, Rambler, I have to know. So, were your family that schmarmy enough to actually combine your birthday and Christmas gifts into one? Because holy crap, that would just
that would have been one Christmas.
Thank you, Sora Luna. I'm like, press one in the chat for kettle. We're gonna do this once and for all, and then I'm gonna take this to Monkey, and I'm gonna be like, see, everyone in chat agrees with me.
All 12 people.
What are you gonna do? Chase me with a kettle?
Now it's 10. 2 people left because of the water.
Oh God!
Two people were like, "Buy microwave water, bitch. Fuck you."
Oh, guess he got into a Twitter fight with Cardi B.
Oh, I thought it was Tommy Lauren that got into a fight with.
Oh
Cardi.
wait, that's the very same. I'm looking at articles on Google's news page.
I couldn't care less about that kind of shit. I'm such a boomer. It's like I'm just like, who the fuck is Cardi B? I hear like some of these people's names, and I'm just like, I don't know. I kind of live under a rock. I don't pay attention to that kind of garbage.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Ja Rule defends himself after Fire Festival documentaries come out.
Hey, I like Ja Rule.
I think that's the person that sang Havana. Cardi B.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm still on that. I was trying to think of a song I knew.
I like how when Jenna said that Lindsay was just supposed to go, oh, now I know who you're talking about.
I'm like, wait, what? Oh, okay. I don't know. It's like it's funny because I hear people talking about the Kardashians and stuff. I'm like, I don't give a flying fuck about
What?
that.
Wow.
Who
You
cares
don't
about the
care
Kardashians anymore?
About the Kardashians? I mean, come on. They are... One second of watching their show, your intelligence decreases.
Right? Oh my god, if my IQ drops like a few points when I watch something like that. I'm like,
Aren't the
Right.
Kardashians just a bunch of bimbos?
yeah, you know what?
That's putting it nicely.
That reminds me, I should ask Monkey what he thinks of Kim Kardashian's ass, since he's an ass. like looks like she wears a diaper.
Ugh.
Yes.
That's
it's-
not an
You
image I
and
need.
Joe Rogan actually said that.
No, it's like her ass is not normal. I'm like, I've seen big asses before,
It's
but
not
holy
normal.
fuck. I'm like, what kind of ass? Like, did you get butt plants or what? I mean,
Yeah,
like,
that's
Yeah.
she probably did.
oh
She
my
probably got butt
god.
plants.
I'm just like, I've got a big ass, but holy shit.
Ghost stroke.
I don't
They
think I
kind
had
of
enough.
look like their own entity. Like
Vortex. Kettle is
And-
actually Baxter. Exactly. It takes like 5 to 7 minutes to boil your water in a kettle, and it's all uniform. Like there's no cold spots or anything like that. That's the point I was trying to make that one time that Monkey said that he microwaves water. And I'm like, no, you don't do, no. I'm with the Brits on this.
Well, at least the Brits have the L and the R now.
That makes me a traitor.
You un-American swine.
I know, right?
Jamie,
You're gonna just kick me out.
boil water on a kettle or cook it in a microwave.
What were you asking, Jenna?
I was asking Jamie because he's British. Okay?
Oh.
And he said, "What the hell do I care?"
Oh, oh, okay. He's probably thinking, what is with these crazy Yanks boiling water in the microwave? That's a redneck thing.
But Monkey lives in Michigan.
I was actually, strangely enough, born in Port St. Lucie, Florida.
So you're a
Yeah,
Florida man.
man.
Oh, Florida.
I grew up in North Carolina for most of my life. I was out of Florida by the time I was 3 or 5.
You got lucky.
So
Where were you during the age of 4?
living with my grandma.
Well, no,
Because-
if you moved out when you were either 3 or 5, that gives 4 the lost year.
He just didn't exist when he was 4.
Oh, God.
He just kind of disappeared for a whole year.
Well, at the time, my family life wasn't a whole lot great, and both my grandparents and parents were going through a divorce at the time.
You know, it's funny. I think I remember I was talking to my husband about this because I'm just like, what is with all these horror stories coming out in Florida? And I think he said something along the lines of, well, the reason why is because Florida releases like everything to the public. Like everything is on public record.
It's called the Sunshine Law, where anything that is court-wise or anything.
Well, honey,
They don't have any closed records in Florida. Everything the police do is public.
why don't you come in here and actually say?
It's called the Sunshine Law.
Like I was saying, they don't have any closed records in Florida. Everything they do is public.
Okay. Thanks, dear.
Mm.
Oh, look at this. Mexican red.
Mexican redneck equals
mansplaining over here. I love you. He's probably secretly flipping me off, like, don't bitch.
Rambler, isn't it called the Sunshine Law?
You know, it's like I wouldn't mind visiting Florida, but it's like humid as fuck, and then they got like gators and snakes and shit.
Actually, this would surprise you, Lindsay. We have gators in the Outer Banks of North Carolina.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gators can go all the way up to, I think, the lower parts of Virginia. I don't quite remember the study, but
Kara did say it is called Sunshine Law.
Oh, breaking news! Second Trump-Kim summit to take place in Vietnam. Oh boy.
Oh, that'll go well. I'm sure.
Funnily enough, I recently found a Vietnamese coin in my collection. 20 dong, and guess how much it's worth?
8
cents.
Nice.
Well,
what the hell can you get with 8 cents nowadays?
Not much.
To borrow 2 pennies and you have 10 cents.
Right. But then what can you get with a dime?
Well,
not much.
Probably more than you could with
nickels.
8 cents.
Yeah.
I actually do have a few half pennies as well. Well, not half pennies, half dollars.
Yeah, I'm sure that Jenna and I can. Jenna will probably confirm. Like, remember back when gas only cost like 99 cents a gallon, 97 cents a gallon?
Yes.
I miss those days.
Oh my goodness.
Or where you can get like 90, or where you could get a Big Mac from McDonald's for 99 cents.
Yep, but that's not the.
So
I remember one was like $2.50, and it was a Big Mac with the fries and the drink, and it didn't cost you $10.
That's not the weirdest coin in my collection. The weirdest one, a 100-year penny from Sears.
100-year penny? Well, hey,
Yep.
now that Sears is closing down, maybe that'll be worth some value.
They sold Craftsman off to Lowe's quite a while ago.
Yes, check your logic. That was my husband. Oh, I'll tell him you said that.
What did she say?
You know, I would shout from the other end of the room, but I wouldn't want to blow anybody's eardrums out.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
you're on a microphone. You're not using headphones to speak into.
Yeah, you know, I tried using headphones one time, but I couldn't hear myself talk, and it kind of threw me off.
Oh, I can
My,
hear myself.
Yeah.
I have no idea what I'm saying. All I know is
My
that
headset.
I just keep getting more and more congested whenever I mute the talk.
Oh, check your logic. I love Sears. Yeah.
My headset. Well, most of my headphones are USB based nowadays, like my Logitech H540s that I got for Christmas, and they are good for $50.
Let's discuss why Apple thinks putting two little things in your ears with no connection is something people are not going to lose.
Oh, are you talking about the new like
Earbuds.
earbuds that Apple's coming out with?
Oh, you mean the new AirPods?
Why do you think I live in the bottom of a well?
Tell that to my grandma. She doesn't get tech nowadays.
You live at the bottom of a well. Geez, hopefully you don't get a basket sent down to you with lotion in it.
Oh Lord.
It puts its lotion on the skin or else it gets the hose again. I need to rewatch that movie. Anybody see Silence of the Lambs? That's a good movie.
Oh,
I sound
got.
like I'm talking out of a well.
We secretly put Jenna in the bottom of a well. We throw her down some crumbs. Pull her
Crumb
under.
bum.
That would explain the mic quality.
Yeah. Yeah, her volume's very low.
Check your logic. Breaking news in Florida. A woman is found living in a well. Gee, Jenna, you really revealed your identity there. You really are from Florida.
God.
Oh yeah. Oh, I born and raised on the playground is where I spent most of my days.
Funny enough, my family's heritage is weird. I'm part French Canadian, part Irish, and part Dutch.
Oh, you're
We
part
can
fake
no
French?
longer be
Okay.
friends.
And part of my family lives in Europe, and I don't even know Dutch.
Vortex started a GoFundMe for a rope and a bucket ASAP. Hashtag save Jenna P.
Wait, will the kids find me in this well I live in? Because if I could like have a couple days off, it'd be cool. Is that bad parenting? I have a problem.
What, you don't have a couple days off?
From parenting?
Oh, yeah.
Days off from parenting.
That would be swell.
Now you guys can take care of yourselves. Get out of my face.
Here's
Okay, yeah.
here's a packet of bologna.
Phony baloney?
And here's your iPad.
My kids don't have it. My teens have it, not my younger kids. My kids don't have cell phones either.
Yeah, you know, it's
horrible parent.
you know that just I know, right? Jenna, you're just a bad parent. Oh man, that's just it's so hurtful not to give your kids an iPad. Or there's vacations for parents.
It's called babysitters.
No, well, I only let my parents or my in-laws babysit. I had an issue with the babysitter when I was younger, so I don't trust strange people watching my children.
Vortex, don't go all flowers in the attic now. You will end up on Lifetime. Oh my God, that's such a horrible movie. Jesus Christ, Vortex, why did you have to mention that? Oh my
Yeah.
god, there is this really bad movie from like the mid to late 80s, is Flowers in the Attic, which was based off of a book. It was horrendous. But
Oh.
it was one of those like so bad, like it's such a bad movie, but I can't help but watch it every time it's on.
They actually just did a remake of it maybe a year or two ago.
I saw that. I'm like, why would you? It's no.
What bad movie is this?
Flowers in the Attic.
Oh God.
And they did all 4 books.
What did you say, honey?
That's a turkey.
That's a turkey.
Wait,
My husband, ladies and gentlemen.
Sora Luna
guess
asks,
what?
isn't it an incest book?
Yes.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, the at the end the twin brother and sister. No, maybe they're not. The twins are the younger two. They get married, and then at least it's the adoptive daughter and the son get married for the next generation. But it's bad, and I say that with my adopted children are not allowed to marry each other. It's still considered incest. It's weird. It's horrible.
Yeah, apparently I think they removed the incest aspect in the movie, but it's heavily implied. Heavily implied.
So,
In
I mean,
fact-
you can have.
so they take it out, but they still have it
Mhm.
hinted at.
Like,
Then
it's
what's the point?
mhm.
I
Like,
mean, they don't.
kept it in there.
Most people who like incest, they don't get. You can have serious medical problems down the road.
Well, most people who like incest are far gone already. There's no helping them.
I was gonna say, I think people that like incest probably don't watch movies and
They probably
don't
can't afford to watch movies.
have a house.
Insect is nasty, says Karen.
Insect is nasty. Insects indeed can be nasty. Depends on how much you like bugs.
Angela said the movie was awful. The books weren't that bad. I haven't read the books. I just remembered watching the movie back in the 80s and as a kid, and I was just thinking, this is like totally not weird and creepy and bad.
Speaking of bad movies, what was your worst movie that you've ever seen?
Oh, that's
I-
easy. That's easy. Adam Sandler's Jack and Jill. I was forced to watch that when it first came out, and I desperately hate it.
Man, and that just makes me sad because I grew up I guess you could say grew up with Adam Sandler on SNL, and I honestly, I loved Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore, and then it's like, what the fuck happened to Adam Sandler? He just took his shtick to a new level. I've seen bits and pieces of Jack and Jill, and I was just like, what the hell? It's like, boy, Adam Sandler really fell far off the tree.
All right, I have to tell you the worst movie I ever saw, but there's two reasons for it. First, I saw it with my grandmother. It was Brokeback Mountain in theaters with my grandmother.
Wait, you saw Brokeback Mountain with your grandma?
We thought we were going to a different movie.
Oh, dear. Oh.
We weren't expecting. We didn't look at each other through the entire movie.
Like, did your grandma not know that the movie was about two gay cowboys and...
Oh
dear. I would be so uncomfortable.
That's a bad time for everyone.
I would just.
Memories.
It
was horrible.
I'm trying to think of what... God, it's like just when I say I think I've seen the worst movie, something else comes out and takes its place. I'd say probably the worst movie I've seen was Cabin Fever. I actually remembered walking out. That's the first time I walked out of the theater, and I was like, this movie was fucking horrible.
I've seen quite a few bad movies, arguably, but Adam Sandler's Jack and Jill. It made me. Yeah, I want my money back.
God, I just remembered I saw that one clip of Al Pacino like doing this Dunkin' Donuts ad, and I'm just like sitting here like cringing, like my fucking spine. I'm surprised it's still straight after the amount of cringing I was doing.
See,
You
What's
could-
yours?
I don't. I've seen so little movies in general that I can't remember the last actual bad one I watched.
Oh yeah, he's
Because
only been
most of
allowed
them,
to get into rated R for a year.
well, I don't go to movie theaters that often to watch the movies anyway.
I was making
But
fun of you.
I don't usually choose movies to watch. I usually have them shown to me.
That's
So
called indoctrination.
most of the stuff I see is either I don't care for it or is really good. So I
What
don't know.
about you?
How about you, Nighthawk?
Um, I would probably be in the same boat as Jacob. I really don't see movies that often, but
Mhm.
one that really sticked out to me was, you guys might disagree, but Suicide Squad.
Oh,
I
I
was
have
Oh, it was
not seen it.
it was
I,
I
bad.
have. I've seen it.
I seen the movie, and I just had like a big question mark above my head. Like I,
I
I just didn't understand why this was even made.
See, I've heard a lot of people say that that movie is
Yeah,
terrible, and I saw it myself. I don't really have much of an opinion on it,
yeah. Let's
but
just say
but
Was Jared Leto a bad Joker?
but
uh,
Quiz from the Minions, he defends that movie.
wait.
Like
You defend Suicide Squad?
he defends Suicide Squad.
Wow.
I
Wow!
But to be fair,
RJ.
he's also he is also quite a contrarian. Like he dislikes a lot of stuff that's popular.
I'd rather see Brokeback Mountain with my grandmother again than watch that movie.
Oh man, yeah. Because I was gonna say, Nighthawk. I don't think you're in the minority on that.
You're not.
A lot of people say that they hated Suicide Squad.
right.
And it
Yeah.
didn't make sense. Sorry,
Sorry.
go ahead.
I I've seen people who did like it. Mostly it was, people who really, really didn't care too much. They're not really big movie fans, so they kind of just shrugged it off. Oh, I kind of liked it, but
That's the thing with me. I'm not big into movies, and I'm also not big into the superhero thing, like I said earlier. So I didn't hate
Yeah.
the movie.
right, which I can understand that perspective. My train of thought was it just didn't make any sense to me. I just didn't understand the big scale with characters. People obviously know, but I just didn't understand what was the reason of having them be the ones to be the heroes of the story. Like,
Yeah.
the motivation for why they were doing it, the scene for when they went to the bar because Deadshot got mad about the guy's plan of what he was really trying to do, and they made it look like, why are you guys upset? Does it matter when you guys trying to do this to leave from where you guys were at? I just didn't understand that.
Yeah, and also I kind of figured that something like Suicide Squad would get a lot of people who are into that, upset because
Right.
they're really into this Marvel DC kind of
Well, that
fantasy.
I just wish they kept it more of a small scale movie, so that way it would just been more fun to see them banter with each other, that kind of thing, which people were expecting, but
Yeah.
it just went to something totally different. I was just very confused. And then the Joker, ugh, oh my goodness.
Oh my god, I just remembered seeing the trailer and I was just like, I thought it looked kind of interesting, but then when I saw Jared Leto pop up as the Joker, I'm like, this totally is not a miscast.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's like you compare, but I mean, to be fair, you can't really compare to Jack Nicholson or Heath
Heath
Ledger
Ledger.
as the Joker.
Heath
Right.
Ledger did a great job as the Joker.
Yeah, because they actually worked with him to really define his character. I think the main reason, which I'm not even going to blame the actors, I just think it was really the production was very rushed. It seemed like it was a very rushed movie, especially when
Yeah.
the trailer studios were making scenes of the movie, which you can obviously tell. So
Sora Luna said the trailer to Suicide Squad completely sold a different movie to me. I think I've heard
right.
that like the trailer was nothing like the movie.
The trailer made it look good.
Yeah, when I seen the trailer, I was excited to see it. I thought it
Yeah,
would be, you know.
I think that was just false advertising on DC's part, or
yeah.
Right.
Well, it kind of reminded me when I first saw what was the name? Inglorious Bastards, because my husband and I are pretty big Tarantino fans. So when I went to see Inglorious Bastards, it was a good. I thought it was a good movie, but I was just completely. It was kind of jarring because it wasn't what was sold in the trailer. Because I was expecting the movie to be more on the Inglorious Bastards, Brad Pitt's group, but it was actually them and the French actress. I can't remember. Oh, Melanie Laurent is the actress's name, but it was like her character. It was mostly her character with very little bastards.
Yeah, the 4 different stories going at once. I actually really liked that movie.
Oh, I did too.
I I don't normally buy movies for the house. I see it and then I'm good. But I bought it when it came out because I liked it so much. And I liked that the girl from the beginning was the one that locked everyone in the theater as she burned it down.
That was an awesome scene. And it's so funny because my dad's a big World War II fanatic, and he hated that movie. And I'm like, Dad, come on, it's supposed to be alternative history. It's fiction. Sure, it's like it would have been awesome if Hitler got his face blown off and all the Nazis went up in flames in the movie theater. That would have been an awesome thing to happen, but obviously it didn't. But who cares, right? It's a fantasy element,
We can dream of what we could do to him now. Things we wish we knew about. Burning down theaters. Johnny, it's okay that you like Suicide Squad and Venom. Everybody's entitled to a disability.
You know what? Nothing wrong with that, because let me tell you something. There's probably some movies that I like. I can tell you one thing. I definitely have some unpopular opinions, and I think that would actually be an awesome subject matter for another stream. And that's something that I definitely want to pull Quiz into, because apparently Quiz said that he has a lot of unpopular opinions.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, so it's like I'm going to save that for probably another time, like when we get him on.
Yeah, Kara in the chat right now, she can definitely attest to that.
Oh my god, because I just remembered, I did stream with Quiz that one time, and he was like, oh no, trust me, I have a lot of unpopular opinions. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that's a subject that will
Check your logic and Kara. What are you two doing in chat?
But what immediately comes to mind for Quiz's unpopular opinions, he likes Suicide Squad, he doesn't like Pokemon, he doesn't like Skyrim, and he doesn't like Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh god. One movie I'm worried they're gonna mess up is the live action Kim Possible film, since I actually grew up with that show back in the day.
Oh, and I'm too old for that. I've heard of Kim Possible, but I think that was a little bit way past my time.
She's like a female. She's a female James Bond.
Oh.
Oh lordy, how are they gonna make that rat real?
I just anything animated turned into live action. Why?
I'm actually kind of shocked that that's a remake, or they're kind of trying to make that one into live action. I'm actually surprised.
Especially since it hasn't been on TV in years.
Right.
The last season
isn't gonna know it.
The last season aired in 2007.
So that's almost 12 years ago.
12 years ago?
Yep.
So the people that would go see a movie like Kim Possible, Disney Channel movie, they're gonna not know who
I don't
Kim
know. Doesn't
Possible
that
is.
seem? Sorry. Doesn't it seem kind of, out of all the live action remakes that they have made, doesn't Kim Possible just seem one that's just like,
Odd.
Well,
Odd.
well, this is
yeah,
not the first time. I mean, Kim Possible. So the drama that was supposed to be a live action film before it went to animated. So
Yeah.
this is not out of the realm for the franchise. It really isn't.
that's true.
And I'm probably like, I don't get having live action remakes. I mean, it's like what Disney's doing with some of their
Money.
movies.
Yes, I don't
Money.
understand it either.
I mean, especially since they're remaking Aladdin, and that's like one of the Disney movies that I loved as a kid. And I saw that in the theater, and I'm just like, why would you remake such a classic like that?
Oh, easy money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hollywood is out of ideas, so they gotta milk everyone for the nostalgia.
Tell
Mhm.
that to EA, who just canceled another Star Wars game.
Oh yeah, I heard, and it was supposed to be an open world type of game, and uh,
They ruined the NASCAR games for me back in the day. There is a reason
Oh
why they
Lord.
don't have the license for it anymore.
it's like I told my husband this. I remember we were at this local game store that we shop at, and I was looking at some of the Sega Genesis games, and I'm just like, man, it's just sad what EA has become because they made some really awesome games back during the Sega Genesis days.
I can see.
Yeah. Johnny Blaze says, just watch Kung Pao. Oh man, I haven't seen that movie in ages.
Oh,
It's okay. I'm losing my mind.
Oh, Angela, I agree. The Dumbo movie remake is kind of like a big. I wonder exactly what they're planning on doing with this one.
They
I'm
Remake it
actually
better
like
looking
not.
forward
everything
to this.
else.
They better not screw up my childhood by wrecking Dumbo.
They're gonna.
I I go to Disney World next April 2020, and let me tell
I
you.
can't even remember the story of it.
Okay.
Neither can I.
All right. So, the baby elephant's born, Dumbo, with these huge ears that they figure out they can fly, and then he's separated from his mama, and they make him do tricks and use them, and then the mouse thingy saves him. I'm very technical with my terms, and
Mouse thingy.
and he gets back with his mama, and everything's good. I don't think you can ever convince me that a live action elephant can fly. And
I
there's
mean,
your history on it.
right? It just seems like really such a simplistic story. I'd say even want to remake it, if that makes sense.
It probably cost more money than it was worth to do.
Right. I don't. I mean, I don't see it really being a big blockbuster. Hit. Everybody wants to go see this movie. Uh, I don't know.
Oh my god. Oh geez, Johnny, you had to mention the Aladdin live action. That looks like
oh,
it's going to suck. But
Uh,
God, I saw the cover to that Entertainment Weekly magazine. I'm like, oh my god, what the hell? Why isn't Will Smith have any makeup on? What this? Why? Why does he look like that?
The cover is so hilarious.
Oh my god! What are you guys doing? Come on, Disney.
Who does Will Smith play?
Oh, it looks so. It looks
Doesn't he?
bad.
Is he playing the genie? I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
he's supposed to be the genie, and on the cover, it's
oh.
wearing. He looks ridiculous.
There's no way.
The only
Without
genie
Robin
that
Williams, there's no way this is gonna. Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Robin Williams is the only genie for me.
Yep.
Well,
I agree.
he's the only one after have seen Robin Williams do the genie thing and how well he did it, nobody, I don't care who you are, is going to be able to back that up. And it's not their fault. It's the fact that Robin was just that good at what he did.
Mm-hmm.
If I were the head of Disney, instead of a Dumbo film, guess what I would be making?
Not a Dumbo film.
A film about... Nope. A home improvement movie.
Oh, God.
Home improvement movie?
Why?
Why not?
Oh, Jenna, Angela addressed you in the chat about Dumbo. So I thought they put Dumbo's mom down for the rampage she went on defending him. Oh my God, Johnny!
Johnny. He looks like a Bollywood porn star. It's just bad. I mean,
He's not wrong.
not wrong at all.
Oh, God.
How many pornos did he do then?
Bollywood porn star. God
God. Thanks for putting that in my head, Johnny. I'm going to be going to sleep like, Will Smith was a Bollywood porn star.
You're going to be falling asleep to Bollywood porn stars.
Wah, 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 wah.
You know what? That probably makes the movie better.
Oh my God.
Just imagining him as a Bollywood porn star.
Don't. Oh God.
Do not whip out that
Will
dick.
Smith is a pure national treasure. Just don't.
Isn't the
about to
genie
ruin your
supposed to be
childhood.
blue?
Whip out his blue ball.
Oh, oh, Jesus Christ.
Make a wish.
Although I did see something interesting in the news. Chevrolet makes, they used 300,000 Lego pieces to construct a full-size truck.
Nice.
Damn.
Yeah,
Talk about
happy.
having your pickup truck.
Oh,
Nothing's ever going to top the
Okay,
Bollywood
so
blue
what
balls.
just happened with Johnny? I was coughing to death. All I heard was everyone cracking up on the board, not
Oh
knowing
my
what's going
God.
on.
Oh, you guys got to
All
see
you
this
need-
article.
All you need to know is Bollywood porn stars and blue balls were brought up. And everyone just lost it.
My husband's like, why though?
Did he walk in? Oh my God.
Come on, Operation Domination, where we talk about Bollywood porn stuff.
This is going to set the tone for the entire rest of the show. Every episode is going to have Bollywood porn stars looming over it.
Oh, God, don't put that in my head.
We're gonna start seeing
In more ways than one.
God damn it.
I know, starts away.
No, it's funny though, because sometimes it's like just seeing my husband's reaction. It's so funny. I tell him certain things and he's just like, why?
And apparently Angela's now going to start watching some, or she knows a lot more than she expected to know about Bollywood. I do find it interesting that she said she doesn't watch a lot of Bollywood porn. Does that mean you still watch some? Every once in a while, just let's see what these guys are up to.
There are worse kinds of porn. Count yourself lucky.
There's always a worst kind of porn. You just need to dig a little deeper.
Yeah, just look up Two Girls, One Cup.
No.
Or Toon Critic Y2K.
Who gets off on shits? Literally shits. Oh, God.
These girls. That's who gets off on shit.
Oh, and Lindsay, you remember last year when Monkey and the Gang actually brought out Toon Critic Y2K? Well, He's back up to his old shit.
Tomb Critic Y2K.
Former Brony analyst that was revealed to be a pedophile.
Oh, fun.
Nice.
He was, and they're sharing that ERP website he was on with the FBI.
JC, why? Why did you need to remind me of that? God, no. No.
This is why my children do not have babysitters.
There was one time my husband and I, we were posting reaction videos, like way back when YouTube was like at the start.
Oh,
yeah, some of the shit that we watched, I'm just like, why did I subject myself to that? And
what did you watch?
Was one of them. Like, oh my god, like
So
YouTube
was one of them.
Oh, the One Man One Jar.
Oh god.
Oh god, no.
Can I get a divorce?
No.
Can I get a divorce 10 years ago?
Oh, guess how much the new Toyota Supra sold for at auction?
Oh, what?
$3 million.
Well, it's a Toyota. At least you're getting quality with a Toyota.
The Supra hasn't been around for 20 years, and underneath it's a BMW.
I was going to say, do they still make Supras?
They just brought it back. They just brought it back after 20 years. The project's been around since 2012 in secret.
Yeah, it's depressing that YouTube has 14-year-old videos on it now. Time fucking flies. Indeed, dear. Indeed.
You just gave me an idea of
anyone here remember Blip?
Making Kara watch some videos like that and post it on YouTube.
Oh my god! Oh my god. Kara is pure. Let's keep her pure. Wait.
I don't know. We brought up Whitney, Wisconsin, the dog fucker on stream.
Oh god, not. Oh, you mean the guy? You mean the girl who's a feminazi?
That's very vague, but sure. Oh my god.
Hey, the 90s was a great time, dear. You know that. Good time for music. And games.
The 90s.
And apparently they have that
Worst of time, but the best of time.
Oh god, you had to mention One Man One Jar. There's certain things that I just will forever cringe over whenever somebody mentions the word, and it's like oh my god.
Hey, Johnny's with me. There we go.
I'm with that.
I'm gonna do it. Stick her in front of a computer and.
Oh god, poor Kara. I'm gonna tell her, like, I am so sorry, dear. Just continue to remain pure.
What did you do to Kara?
I haven't done anything yet.
Oh my god, no. I'm just waiting for somebody to go on Monkey's show, like, so Monkey, do you watch Bollywood porn?
Do you want me to ask him that?
Hold on a second. Hold on.
Hey, well, I was going to say if they involve midgets, I'm sure he probably does.
Yeah.
Like a 12 set.
And tweet.
Oh, God. No, what did you do?
I just asked him what he thinks of Bollywood porn.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Honestly, I think he's going to come back with just a response like that's an everyday question he gets.
Can we throw BuzzFeed out of here?
Oh, Jesus.
Does BuzzFeed have an article on Bollywood porn?
He probably would. I mean...
Yeah, probably.
One of the articles I brought up was on Burrow Bitch.
Oh, boy. AOC starring in Bollywood porn.
Ah.
There's an image for you
No, she was slamming Aaron Sorkin again.
in Bollywood.
No, for acting like the new Democrats.
You watch Bollywood porn.
I'd rather watch lesbian porn than Bollywood porn.
Hey, don't slam the lesbians.
RJ.
They do that to each other already.
Lesbians can do Bolly porn.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Ooh, Angela, Pearl Jam, Temple of the Dog, Atlantis, the 90s were great. Indeed. That's some,
They were the best
that was a time
times,
for
they were
music.
the worst of times.
It's depressing. There are people old enough to vote now who don't remember the 90s.
I can't remember something I wasn't alive for. I'm sorry.
There are people that don't remember floppy disks.
I recycle my statement.
Well, shit, people don't know cassette tapes and stuff. It's like Jenna and I would know that.
I had a Walkman.
I'm not sure if anyone from today has a Commodore computer.
I'm sure people probably do to kind of live that nostalgia. Well, dear, I don't know how to solve the 12-second delay.
You can't. There's nothing you can do for that.
Well, it kind of reminds me, I guess, Bear was having the same problem when he was trying to live stream Dying Light. I guess there was like this massive lag. I felt bad. And he's like, guys, I don't know what to do about this.
Well, with OBS, there's always a huge delay.
Yeah.
Like take the delay for normal Hangout streams and multiply it by like 5. It's insane.
I think that's pretty much why Satsu just went back to using Hangouts for the Lords of the Night or the Night hosts.
That and OBS was always it just never worked for him. There was buffering out the ass, and it was terrible.
Well, Google throttles Hangouts. They throttle Hangouts outside of their web browser.
You know, there's one time I tried using OBS, and oh my god, I wanted to fucking cry because I couldn't figure this shit out.
I can barely figure this out.
I guess I could get Hammer to show me how to do that kind of shit. Because
oh yeah, he could
Hammer
help you with that.
Oh, Angela, cassette tapes and pencils, dynamic duo. I got one for you. Pair that with like the Lisa Frank booklets. Yeah, that was my jam. Talk about 90s.
Oh, when your tape would get all, and you had to roll it back in.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Oh. Former
Wait
CI. Wait a minute.
Kids that I started that were in my daycare class through high school and college that are now the age I was in college. And that's terrifying.
Well, wait, what, Jenna?
Oh, sorry. I might have unplugged.
I still can't hear you, yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Somewhat.
Kinda.
Oh, you guys.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
I was saying how kids I taught in daycare are now the age I was when I taught them.
Oh, you taught daycare, huh?
Yeah, I did daycare from 16 until I graduated from college.
Wow.
And then I became a 3rd grade teacher. And then I became roadkill.
Oh God, honey, you had to mention Liquid Television. Wow, that was a good time. Back when Aeon Flux, and then I think Beavis and Butthead first got its start on Liquid Television.
Oh.
Wait, what was Liquid Television?
Liquid Television. There was a show on MTV. There was that played like animated stuff. That's where Beavis and Butthead got its start. Was on that show.
As shorts.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, I got a sad, depressing story. Former CIA officer portrayed in Argo film is dead at 78.
Oh, really?
Yep. A former CIA. Let me get the article out to you guys. Sometimes I hate Windows 10.
Yep.
You're roboting again.
Damn it.
Oh, Vortex like the Simpsons on Tracy Ullman show. Yep. That was like what, 30 years ago now? Oh, Johnny's Celebrity Deathmatch. Yeah, that was a good time for MTV back in the day.
I didn't watch Beavis and Butthead, but the video game portrayed the video game based on the show was pretty bad.
I wasn't allowed to watch Beavis and Butthead.
You weren't?
Nope.
Oh,
My parents.
Well, you were. I mean, you were in your teens. Were your parents really strict or something?
Yes and no. Certain things we weren't allowed to watch. Beavis Butthead. My mother actually hated all cartoons. I would walk up the road to my auntie's house to watch Saturday morning cartoons because my mom just hated them.
Wait, she even hated like something as like innocent as
Flintstones.
something as innocent as like Care
Oh.
Bears.
God.
I was never. I wouldn't. I saw some Care Bears, but I was not a girly girl. I wasn't a Care Bear kind of girl. I was a, you know.
Oh no, I totally got you. Well, it's like I was not I wasn't really into cartoons when I was a kid. My thing was PBS. I was like a diehard fan of Sesame Street.
When I was a kid,
Stuff.
I was in an animated show. Well, animated shows like on Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network.
Oh yeah, I remember when Cartoon Network was first launched. They played like all the old
Hanna-Barbera cartoons like
Yes.
Flintstones and
Oh.
Scooby-Doo.
You had the Flintstones, the Jetsons, Huckleberry Finn, Tomcat. Oh shit, that was a good time.
Huckleberry Finn.
Got
You
into
mean Huckleberry Hound?
You know, the Jetsons takes place in our time right now.
oh shit, yeah.
There's actually a bit of a conspiracy that the Jetsons takes place at the same time that Flintstones does.
Yeah, because they just missed those high rises.
And you guys
Oh,
want to feel old. Check your logic since Sesame Street turns 50 this year.
Ah.
Well, we hadn't been watching it for 50 years.
I know, but you guys watched it as kids.
Well, we watched it as kids, yeah. Or I know I certainly watched it as a kid.
The Jetsons was on Cartoon Network? Yes, and now they're on Boomerang.
Oh yeah, because Boomerang now plays all the old cartoons.
Cartoon Network ain't much because all they seem to broadcast is Teen Titans Go.
Oh, God. We're going
Here's
there,
my
aren't we?
theory on Sesame Street. I never liked Elmo. I know, I'm evil.
Jetsons and Flintstones? How do you come up with the conspiracy for that? I heard it on Channel Frederator's conspiracy show.
Big Bird was out. I always felt bad for Snuffleupagus.
Oh, I love Snuffleupagus. Oh
He
dear.
was my favorite.
I like to say that a lot. Oh dear.
He and Eeyore, I thought, would make a beautiful couple.
Wait, Snuffy and Eeyore?
Yeah,
I thought Eeyore was depressed.
he is, and you know they do good for each other.
Let's be depressed together.
Oh geez, my hubby mentions wait till your father gets home. Yeah, I remember watching that on Cartoon Network. And then yeah, the Jetsons was on Cartoon Network. It's like, yeah, check your logic. Way back in the day, it's like Cartoon Network used to play a ton of old cartoons. Like back when my parents were kids, were like some of the cartoons that they play. Like, yeah, Jetsons, Flintstones, Space Ghost, I remember, was one that I watched a lot of, and Birdman too.
One of my favorite animated shows on Cartoon Network growing up was Johnny Bravo.
Oh, Johnny Bravo, yeah.
What is
Ooh, ha,
the
ha.
name? What's the name of that? Was it Daria?
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 Oh, Daria. Oh my God, Daria was my spirit animal.
Yeah, I loved her. She was.
Wasn't Daria a goth chick?
She's kind of like a antisocial. I guess I don't know. I guess maybe goth would be a good way to describe her, but that was my nickname when I was in junior high.
Oh, Angela, The Muppet Show. Yes.
Oh, the Muppet Show. Yes.
I love Fozzie Bear and his corny jokes.
Wriggle Rock,
Waka
Wriggle
waka.
Rock.
No. Don't say that when Adam's in here. He'll go off all day. Waka
I'm
waka.
Oh. I love Fozzie Bear. Fozzie Bear's adorable and his little corny dad jokes.
You remember Statler and Waldorf?
Yep. The original critics.
The hecklers.
Wait, apparently Daria is an idol for autism now.
What?
Well, I don't know. I mean, she's socially awkward, but I don't think that she's autistic per se.
Yeah, I could see it because I have the disorder myself.
Right. Yeah.
Well, at the same time, not all socially awkward people are full-on autistic.
Right, right. And I think the difference is that, like, between the two is that I think people that are autistic have a harder time picking up social cues, and people who are just socially awkward are just that. They just really don't feel comfortable in talking with people, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
I know of one autistic person that was actually quite famous, Einstein.
Oh, he was, huh? Yeah. Also, Dan Aykroyd of the Ghostbusters. He's an Aspie. Oh, Check Your Logic mentioned Ren and Stimpy is Nickelodeon.
Oh, John K. I
Oh,
do
boy.
not want to get near.
What?
Stuff.
Well, John K. was outed as
Oh,
pedo. Yeah, he's that.
No pedos allowed. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, that still doesn't take away my love for the show.
I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole, to be honest with you.
Well, he wouldn't touch you. You're not a kid.
Oh, that was. The good thing this isn't monetized. If it is no longer monetized.
I think
Thank
we would
you.
have lost the monetization with Bollywood porn and Two Girls One Cup.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
One man, one
Dacula
jar or
tried. Speaking of monetization, Dacula tried getting back into the partnership program, and guess what YouTube said?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
Fuck you. Yeah.
that wasn't gonna work.
Susan Wojcicki, yeah. Someone please fire her.
That's
Specific-
not
Michael
happening
Phelps
anytime
says-
soon.
Check Your Logic. Yeah, Michael Phelps does have autism.
wait, the Olympic swimmer?
Yeah. Oh,
Interesting.
I didn't know that. Ooh, you learn something new every day.
RJ, if you keep screaming, I'm gonna hurt you.
I'm gonna strangle you through the computer.
No, he knows I love him, and it's coming from love.
Oh, yeah, JC. I won't hear a word against Jim Henson. Yep. Yeah, Jim Henson is a national treasure. You do not. He is untouchable in my eyes. My
They're
child.
all.
He would. Oh, I don't know if he'd still be alive today, but he would have been alive if he had seen a doctor. He didn't. They were of the religion that they didn't believe in medical care, and that you could pray it away.
Oh, wait. Jim Henson was a Christian Scientist? Is that what?
Or Jehovah's Witness, or there are a couple different ones of them, but he had a simple case of walk-in bronchitis. Antibiotics would have cleared it up, and he would have been fine. But he wouldn't go to the doctor because he didn't believe in medical.
Yeah, I did. I think I heard something about that he had. Yeah, that's what initially killed him was pneumonia, and then I think it spread to his brain or something like that. I can't remember.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he went septic. Not septic, septic. I don't speak English. It's my language.
I have a question. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little late to know exactly what happened to him, but what exactly happened to Michael J. Fox?
Oh, he has Parkinson's.
He has
Oh,
Parkinson's.
okay.
And actually, the fact that he got diagnosed so long ago and he's still, even last year, was out there is amazing. And he's brought such awareness to it that more studies are being done and there are more options. And because of him, the next generation or the generation after that won't have to go through what he went through.
Yeah, and it's like I get really confused when it comes to Parkinson's because that's what Billy Connolly has, and he just came out and said that he's pretty much close to death's door. And I was just like, well, Michael J. Fox is doing okay, so I'm just confused as to like if Parkinson's is, if it's supposed to be like a terminal. I don't think it's a terminal illness, but
it's not a terminal illness, but you can die from it from other.
Well, yeah, I guess there's complications involved. It's kind of like with I mean, it's just the same with multiple sclerosis. I mean, you can die from complications from it.
And Michael J. Fox works really hard to be able to. He will take the trial meds. He'll do all that kind of stuff. And a lot of other people are afraid of the trial meds. My personal opinion is, if, like, for me, if they said I have this thing that will make your entire body not hurt anymore, but it's on trial, I'd be like, well, so what? It's gonna either make my pain go away or I'll live as I'm living. And that's what Michael J. Fox believes. But some people don't. They are afraid to take trial experiments.
Oh my God, RJ.
What did RJ do?
I was in a good mood until I read this.
What do you do this time?
Wow.
South Florida woman gets 30 days in jail for crash that killed 2 people.
This woman was driving under the influence and it killed 2 people, and she got 30 days in jail. Must be nice.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
She should have gotten more, like 30 years.
That's
people.
That's a homicide.
That privilege doesn't exist.
Oh, she did this in March of 2017, and she just got sentenced to it.
I hope she's been in jail that whole time.
I mean, they arrested Brian France for basically doing the same thing, although he was quite drunk twice, so for the legal limit on oxycodone.
No, I'm sorry, but 30 days in jail, especially driving with the killed 2 people. Oh my God.
It is ridiculous.
You killed a person, grounded for 2 weeks. That might as well be punishment.
No shit, right? Oh,
well, I would have used Google News, but the articles won't appear on my computer, so I'm using Bing News.
Man, it's like hearing stories like this just makes me terrified to leave my house and drive around.
Right. So this is why Terra Diamante stays behind. He stays inside all day.
Strangely,
I've been to Australia. He has a reason for staying inside, and he needs to keep it.
they have a lot of poisonous animals over there, including jellyfish, snakes, you name it.
Frogs. Poisonous little frogs.
They have poisonous frogs in South America, too.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, you have poisonous frogs. Well, as long as if you don't touch them, right, you should be fine.
Also, Terry stepping outside would mean the possibility of seeing an emu. We don't want to trigger him.
Or koala.
Well, I was going to ask Jenna, are you confirming that there's crazy drivers in Australia? You should ask me that.
Yeah.
There are crazy drivers all over.
I don't think Terry would know if there's crazy drivers in Australia. He stays inside all day.
Well, he lives in Sydney, and Sydney is
crazy.
That's a big city.
It's a city, and he this is gross, but snakes climb into your engine, and they have the world's most deadliest snake.
Oh no!
You have to, and they don't have animal rescue to come get it out of your car. You have to do it yourself. So, would you like to know how you do this? You grab its tail, you pull, and you throw, and then you pray you don't accidentally whip yourself or anything with its mouth.
Did you grab it by its tail? Couldn't it just reach up and bite you?
No, because it was inside the engine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not. These aren't small snakes. They're, 3, 4, 5 feet long.
Oh my god! See, it's like where I live. I have to deal with scorpions and
That's why I don't live in Arizona.
Yeah.
Well, one story I heard a few years ago. One family had some snakes coming up their toilet, and they were rattlesnakes.
Arizona, man, gets bit by a rattlesnake in the ass.
This was in Texas.
As long as
that sounds like it. No, actually, that sounds like Arizona.
Now, as long as if you're not in the desert, because we really don't get in like urban areas. I've never heard of people having problems with rattlesnakes. It's usually people that live on the outskirts of the city. So, but the scorpion problem is pretty bad.
I wouldn't want to get near one. I would run to the border.
Who had a rattlesnake in their toilets?
It was a family in Texas. This happened a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I've heard about that. I'm just like, oh, yep, I probably want a colostomy bag for the rest of my life. I would one of those in my toilets.
For reasons of being terrified, I'm just going to pretend there are no snakes anywhere in any toilet ever.
Yeah, well, where you live, you don't get that. I mean, you don't have to worry about wildlife, creepy wildlife like that sneaking into your toilets,
I don't know about you, but I think that would make me paranoid of going to the toilet at all after that.
That's why I said, I'm just like, you know what, just hook me up to a urine catheter and a colostomy bag.
Yeah.
It's like, if that came out of my toilet, that's exactly what I'd want. I don't care if I'm shitting in a bag.
Now, I'm guessing these things had to come from the sewer?
Yeah, they got into the sewer. And pretty much when they found the rattlesnakes, there were a whole bunch of them in their attic.
So they didn't come up the toilet. They went in the toilet.
Well, they were all over, actually.
Johnny Boy says, whatever you do, do not research camel spiders. I have. Those things are massive.
That's nightmare fuel.
What?
Yeah.
And it's surprisingly, they're not venomous.
Oh.
They look completely dangerous, but apparently they're not.
Oh, guess who's in chat? Duck Dog.
Oh, hi, Duck Dog.
Hey, Duck Dog.
Hi, Duck Dog.
Shitting in a bag, not a problem. Join
How
NASA.
cold on you? How cold are you?
Oh, Rambler says I'm having the strangest conversations on Twitter. Dude, you get the weirdest people replying to you.
I told him that a couple days ago in my server.
I mean,
He gets into more fights on Twitter than I do.
oh my
It's like an
god.
everyday occurrence with him,
It's like between him and Monkey, it's like they attract the crazies on Twitter. It's
right?
crazy.
I mean, every time I see him pop up on my timeline, he's arguing with someone. Usually the same guy too.
Sometimes I just think maybe I should just remove my filter on Twitter and just go all at it, but I don't know.
Ooh.
Yeah, you probably should because that's a lot of fun actually.
It's hovering at 0 with a minus 14-degree wind chill. Ooh.
No,
Yes, Doug. So it's a warm. Wait. It's supposed to be colder tomorrow, both here and there.
oh no, this is just a bunch of Oh, dude,
Okay.
don't even get me started on libertarians and ANCAPs. I'm a libertarian, and some of the shit that they say, I'm like, just no, just oh my god, please stop. And people wonder why. And people wonder why they can't take the Libertarian Party seriously. It's like because you got freaking dumbasses. Anyway, what's this about the Pats? Oh, I'm not really into football.
Wait a minute, there are rattlesnakes in Canada? Ooh!
Oh.
How do you say that,
Mississauga.
Luna said,
Mississauga.
Mississauga rattlesnakes eat brown bread.
I actually learned Canadian I've watched a bit of Canadian TV. Don't judge me.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I like Canadian TV. I like Canadian things.
I won't judge you for watching Canadian TV, but I'll judge you for plenty other things.
As long as if it's not dealing with Canadian politics, then we're going to have to talk.
Oh, Lord.
Don't get me started on Trudeau.
Flora, what did you do to this rattlesnake?
Wait,
why are you feeding it caterpillars, apple juice?
I think it's a joke.
And brown bread.
By Dennis Lee.
You catch a caterpillar, feed him apple juice. But you catch a rattlesnake, turn him blue.
Actually, well, the UK, they have their own poisonous snake called the adder.
Oh, because I was wondering if they have that kind of stuff in the UK, like poisonous venomous wildlife.
Yeah, they do. Angela, that was what I was thinking. They were in the house and they got into tanks and came up.
Oh, Duck Dog says that Maine is one of the few places without poisonous snakes.
Lucky.
Because it's too freezing cold, and Maine's mascot is this little black bug thingy that they come in millions and they just surround you.
Well, instead of snakes, they have moose.
Moose are dumb. They actually have the brain size as a pea and no thought process ability. So they don't understand when they go to, like, if you irritate it and it goes to charge you.
Oh, mosquito.
I'd be scared to get hit by a moose. Like, those antlers look pretty deadly.
You'd be dead.
Yeah.
I bet you would.
Well, with moose, it's the same as wolves. You mess with the horns, well,
you mess with the horn, you get the bull. That's how that works.
Wait, they have poisonous snakes in Ireland, dear? Is that what you're trying to say?
They don't just have snakes out there. They also have wallabies.
Wait, where?
Yeah, there are actual wallabies in Ireland.
Aren't those like tiny kangaroos? Wallabies? I'm dumb. I don't know.
I
I
look
don't
at weird shit.
There aren't wallabies as in the animal you find in Australia with the hard butt.
Well, no, because I thought a wallaby was like a miniature, like almost like a tiny kangaroo.
They are.
They're
Funnily
not in
enough,
Ireland.
And then you have the platypus, which I think is adorable. With like the little
actually, I've actually seen a platypus in real life. When I was coming into class one day when I was in middle
Prospero, do
school,
you want to come on?
Oh, hey, Prospero.
What in the sweet Christ did I walk in?
Prospero, come on. We need you.
Hey, you missed the best part earlier, Prospero. Just saying.
let me give her the link.
Jesus Christ.
What in sweet Christ did I walk in on?
Wait, how can Jacob
A
give the link,
beautiful
but
mess,
I can't?
Prospero. That's what you walked into.
We're having fun.
Holy shit. Where we go from like Bollywood porn to what? Poisonous snakes and toilets. It's like, yeah, this is a typical day here on Operation Domination.
And although I know Blue Guy's name because I talked to him in chat in Lords of the Night, I can't remember it for the life of me. I know there's wings in it.
Wait, what the what?
Blue Guy.
Blue guy.
Blue guy?
Who's blue guy?
The one in the middle.
There are several blue
Nighthawk.
guys.
Night
Oh.
King. Night something. Help me out.
Night something.
It's Nighthawk.
Can
Night
I just
something.
call you Jim?
Jim. Can I just call you Jim?
Jim 81 Jim?
Bob. How about Bob? How do you feel about Bob?
I don't know. It says Jamie on my avatar.
That's why I was so confused. I was expecting your Nighthawk. Like,
I wanted it to show up. I just didn't know how to do it.
oh, okay.
I was not gonna say that it said your name. I know people can see it obviously whenever you talk, but I was trying good not to be a doxer.
Oh, I know. It's fine. It's already on there.
All right, then I'll call you Jamie.
I almost read that as Jammy the first time.
Yeah, was it Jamalami, the one character from shit? I know the name of that the game. If I can,
well, yell at it, Mom.
Here. Platypus is the only venomous mammal. Yep. Yeah, I believe it's the male platypus. I think, not the female.
There she is.
Hi, Prospero.
Hi, darling. Sorry I missed out earlier, but I had to watch the fucking Patriots win again.
We won! Woo!
Oh, so good. Blech.
Oh, we've got.
Hey, Prospero.
Hey, RJ. I turned this. I've been watching all along, not listening, but I had it on, and I'd occasionally look over at the chat. And then I turned the sound up, and it's like, well, they're wallabies in Ireland. And I was like, oh, touch of the tiz strikes again.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Well,
Okay.
it's funny because Johnny mentioned earlier about Bollywood porn. What was it? That Will Smith as the genie looked like a Bollywood porn star. I'm like, great. Now I'm not going to be able to get that image out of my head.
Okay. No, thank you.
Now you have it in your head.
Yeah,
Those
gone.
goofballs will never leave your head.
I know. Will Smith. Well, Will Smith in a porn of any kind is.
Will Smith in anything disturbs me these days.
Oh my God.
It's just the porn angle. I just can't imagine men in black garters. I mean, what?
I can't unimagine it now.
Yeah. Thanks. Poisoned my mind. I thought shutting Twitter was going to help. It didn't.
Oh my god.
What if
There's so much fucketry on Twitter today. I just needed to tune everything out. Like,
Just
okay, I need to
absolute cancer.
I
Today.
actually shared something good, and guess what Chevrolet made?
What?
They
What?
made an entire Silverado out of Legos.
Oh, bless their hearts.
RJ is very excited about it?
I gathered. And-
RJ, when he's really excited, likes to blow my eardrums out.
Sorry.
I noticed not quite as bad as Gutenberg would.
Oh, well.
No.
Gutenberg is God. Even sober, he can hurt your eardrums. But drunk, look out.
Oh dear.
Oh. I think me and Gutenberg would just go crazy.
No, he would.
I think he would question everything you say and do.
Yeah, he would probably make you cry.
Yeah, RJ,
Doug, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And
don't
you were-
play with the sharks in the water.
yeah, don't play with the shacks in the water.
I only use Twitter to promote my videos.
I'll have you know, I sound like I'm in a well.
You sound like you're in a well in New England.
I don't know why I sound like I'm in a well, but okay.
I actually get the Maine connection because my grandma's originally from Maine.
I'm sorry.
Try being born in Florida.
I was.
She was.
No, it's kind of funny because I go on to Twitter and I see that shit regarding the protests of like the cat wearing kids. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I need to get off the internet because my fucking trigger button is about to. Yeah.
It got even better because the Congress critter, who is the new chair of the House Budget Committee, said that he thinks the MAGA hat needs to be banned.
Oh, God.
What?
Yeah.
I was like, dude, you're a congressman and you don't know about freedom of expression in the First Amendment. Like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, how many free speech cases have there been again that deal with clothing being speech? It's just retarded.
I mean, you forget something. You can't argue with stupid.
Oh yeah, you can.
You can't.
You can get stupid to double down right in front of you.
Right.
And that's what makes Twitter fun.
See, I like watching two different news networks. One pro-Trump, one not pro-Trump, to see how different the same story can be. Like, say, you can't vote for a annoying congresswoman, and she throws a fit. You evil. She says something snarky the day before. She's a saint.
Yeah, the hypocrisy is remarkable. This Congress critter whose name needs to be said, it's John Yarmouth, not spelled like Yarmouth Port. It's Yarmuth.
You can't even do that right.
Yeah, you can't even spell your name right, asshole.
Arsehole.
Yeah, and then Stacey Gardner, AOC supports anti-Semites too. It's like, what fucking planet do I live on?
Well, I just love the fact that the CNN this afternoon at after 3 p.m. reposted their story about the Covington Catholic High kids.
Oh no.
And Jake Tapper was running some interference. And now it's been announced that CNN has hired John Kasich. Which means Tapper trying to maintain any credibility on behalf of CNN has just gotten more difficult. I swear to God, it's just unbelievable. I mean, the thing I repeated a number of times on Twitter today is I believe early this morning, BuzzFeed acquired CNN. Some kind of super secret merger, because it's like the BuzzFeed CNN conglomerate hole.
That's not the only merger I talked about. Machinima is merging with Fullscreen.
But that's for real. I was making a joke. BuzzFeed doesn't have the resources to buy CNN. And in about a week, they're going to have fewer resources.
Yeah.
BuzzFeed going bankrupt.
Well,
but there are some people who are, I mean, the Covington kids and some of their parents are considering suing.
And I hope they do.
Yeah.
They should.
Now, I'm definitely late to this story. Can you guys explain what went down?
Oh, well, it was reported that they harassed a Native American man at the March for Life. And what actually happened was there were some black Israelites there that were yelling at the kids because they were there for the pro-life side.
Right.
And then Chief Running Dumb Fuck marched right up to this kid in a MAGA hat and started banging a drum in his face. And the kid just stood there smiling at him. It was reported as if these kids had surrounded this proud gentleman that everybody knows from multiple powwows. He's been all around the country. He's so well known. Yeah, he's well known. He's an activist. And so everybody jumped on this, including conservatives.
Yeah.
Shaming these kids. And some people actually kept their mouths shut and stayed out of it. Now, Scott Adams apologized. He apologized roughly the same time that CNN was re-uploading the story. So props to Scott for saying he jumped the gun and he's learned a lesson from that.
Duck Dog just said NBC owns BuzzFeed.
Yeah. Well,
I wouldn't
that's
be surprised.
And they just hired Jeff Zucker, who ran NBC Universal into the ground.
Okay. So it's funny because I heard both of the stories, but I did not know that they were related.
Yeah, Satsu uploaded some tape today. It's like there is an hour-long tape of this whole rally.
Mm-hmm.
So what's happened is, if you watch the full video, you see the proper order. Selective editing was employed to go after these kids. Some of them were doxxed.
Oh.
And they're kids. They're under 18.
Maybe some of the seniors could be 18. I don't know. But, it's just a bad look. Because on top of BuzzFeed having just lied. There's no other word for it. They lied. They knew that they were running with, just like with the Steele dossier, they were running with unverified material. You turn around and the next day, 2 days later, you have this same nonsense of this selective editing and characterizing a bunch of high school kids as being, as bullying a native, like some Native American man who was cut off from his group. I started hearing all kinds of versions of this, that they had surrounded him. He marched right up to this kid. He entered the fray and then tried to portray himself as a victim.
Oh, God.
Well, that's how it's done. The bully cries out as he strikes you.
When I heard about it, the first thing that came to my mind was it just didn't seem right, because it didn't make any sense to me when I heard about the story. Like, why would they do that? What was the cost? I really had to look into it. And then when I read about it, I was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, and somebody's even gone so far as to the lack of self-awareness in this is amazing. Showing a picture of the kid wearing the MAGA hat next to Brett Kavanaugh.
Oh, jeez.
What do these guys have in common? And I was like, oh, I can get the real answer to you in one. They were both smeared by the press for allegations, one of which has been absolutely proven not to have happened.
Right.
The instance of the kid, we know, did not happen the way it was characterized. And there's no proof that any of the allegations against Kavanaugh, none.
Yep.
Right.
Not a jot. And I thought, so yeah, you've drawn a comparison, but for the wrong reason. And then someone wrote a piece, I think Roaming Millennial posted a link to it, writing about the kid's smirk. There's another blue check mark who said he had the most punchable face he'd ever seen.
God, that pissed
Oh, God.
Wow.
And then another blue check mark said that MAGA wearing kids go headfirst into the wood chipper.
What the fuck?
fucking hate people, I swear.
So it's like, hey, Jack Dorsey.
Yeah, why aren't you suspending these accounts?
Because, you know, I mean,
Because they're left leaning?
Gee, you think?
What happened to
I mean, you remember David Hogg. You can't criticize him.
David Hogg, don't you mean Boss Hogg?
And this pisses me off with this fucking double standard thing. It's like the right criticizes David Hogg. Oh, you're picking on a kid. But meanwhile, you have these fucktards
saying they're
instigating violence against a kid and doxing this kid. It's like, fuck off.
But remember,
They're hypocritical as fuck.
Low, they go high.
Yeah.
You have a
yeah,
doxing going on. Yeah, taking the moral high ground by doxing a kid and threatening to punch him in the face, like.
Oh yeah, kids and families being collectivized. When has that happened before? I think Dolphy and Joe were big on that kind of thing. You know, you just imprison the whole crowd. Feed them into a wood chipper. What does it matter? Shut up, Kulak. You have no business expressing opinion.
Oh, shit, right?
It's just, it really, I mean, as far as stupid, the amount of virtue signaling. Chris Evans had to weigh in on a tweet that certainly didn't age well. Most of this stuff didn't age well. And some of these assholes, you think they delete the goddamn tweet.
Which Chris Evans? The one from the UK or one from the United States?
The one that likes to play dress up for a living. U.S.
Oh, yeah, pretend like he's something he's not.
Oh, him.
Yeah, Captain America.
Captain America, yeah. It's
he ain't Captain America, more like Captain Wimp.
He's more like Captain America, KKK.
Oh, shit.
You could say the same thing about the left.
Captain, I'm fucking better than you, you plebeian peasants.
I know. I'm hoping that there's going to be some tape out there of Anna Kasparian flipping her shit on these kids. Because I'd like to see her named in a suit, too. The interesting thing, when you're not a public figure, libel is a hell of a lot easier to prove. And when you're an underage kid who was doxxed in the act of the libel, oh, mercy. And the New York Times helped lead the way on this.
Oh.
They're all. Personally, if I was a judge, they would be sentenced to life in prison for doing that.
Well, the funny thing is, I think it was Guy Benson who said that generally, you know, I go lightly on the press, but anybody that doxes kids and smears them with a false story like this needs to lose their job.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Just
not
like
journalism. That's failure to fact check if this was secondhand news to you. Watch the entire tape. But I mean, I swear to God, it's like, God.
Just like the three journalists who should have been fired were causing the apocalypse back in 2017.
Well, especially the one that had made the anti-Semitic tweets himself. one
Yeah.
of those
Oh,
one
yeah.
of those three darlings had made a really nasty tweet about um it was a weird Holocaust reference.
And they didn't even get
No.
They didn't even get their accounts. Nothing
Two-
happened to them.
I think two of them are now gone for other malfeasance at the Wall Street Journal. But so whenever anybody raves about Fox News being conservative and Rupert Murdoch being the dark overlord of evil conservatives,
Yeah.
remember Rupert Murdoch owns Wall Street Journal.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hmm.
He's in
I've watched-
both the left and the right.
Oh yeah, I mean it's not it's look, Fox News has some shit people
Yeah.
attached to them too, and they also have some great hard news reporters.
That
Multiple
show both
networks,
sides.
still have decent hard news reporters. I mean, Jake Tapper is looking like a prince.
Yep.
I actually feel bad for Jake Tapper.
I do too.
Stuck in
Yeah.
this quicksand of disaster.
I think back to when CNN first went on the air with an individual of such integrity like Bernard Shaw at the anchor desk, and where they have fallen to. And I mean, this article written about the smirk, criticizing the male smirk, and the teenage boys smirking can ruin a girl's life. Oh, boo-hoo. Yeah, yeah. I just have a feeling that was, the whiny little, why aren't you falling at my feet, princess? Ugh. But she writes a thing about a smirk, and somebody tags a picture of Don Lemon to her tweet. I was like, ah, well done.
How is Don Lemon still on the air when he has literally
Because CNN.
He checks off all the right boxes. That's why.
Oh,
well,
Yeah, he's a super duper double dipper on the oppression stack.
Mm-hmm.
See,
white people-
Anderson Cooper was too white to check
Yep.
the gay box.
Too white to check the game up.
So
oh, Angela says wine. It's definitely time for a very large glass of wine.
yeah, can I have one too, please, Angela?
I'll take two, maybe
Yeah. I thought I was going to make it a day without drinking. I'm not too sure I'm going to make it to midnight.
Lindsay's
Wow.
been drinking for a few hours now.
Oh yeah, I had a tequila and grapefruit soda. I'm like, I think I needed another one after the shit that I saw on Twitter today.
Honest
I
to
haven't-
God, I'm running an IV of heroin. It's just easier.
All right, Lindsay, I don't know how much longer you're gonna go, but my tablet's gonna die soon, and I need to go get food.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna wrap it up here in probably about another 15 minutes or so.
Oh,
Okay.
Stop.
Yeah, you don't
Check
want to don't want to run into the minions. You might get smacked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'll wrap it up here in another 15 minutes. We've
check
been-
your logic. I don't think it's evil. I think it was more bad omenry.
And by the way, hi people in chat. I saw several people tag me and say hi, and I was trying to get my computer to wake up.
Oh,
Check
and-
your logic. What about 1981?
What now?
He said 1981. He made the-
Who made the Holocaust reference? 1981.
Oh, and if you see a person by the name of GC in the chat, that's it. And he's also been in the Lords of the Night chat just recently. That is my hubby.
Oh,
I was wondering why he had a rent.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, it's funny because my husband goes into. He'll comment in both Ghost Poo and Lords of the Night under his name. He was using a different nickname for a while, and then he just decided to go with his name because it amuses him that nobody can pronounce it correctly. And it's like, okay, if you want to, because they've read it out loud and they have bungled every time, and it's like, Because it's an assumption, CREIGH.
It's funny that
So
you
how do you say it?
Cree.
Oh.
Like
I-
Lee, like LEIGH for Lee.
I've
Gotcha.
never heard them say Cree.
Now everybody says Cray if they see that because they think it's a derivative of
Cray.
Creighton. And, well, he's married to me. He is Cray Cray.
Oh
I
no,
thought you were saying he's
1981.
married to Cray Cray.
Well, yeah,
That too.
there's a little bit of that too.
Oh no,
Hey,
1981 was because Prospero said when CNN was first on the air.
Yes,
Sorry.
1981. All those years ago. Good God. When we first got cable, and there was a remote, that little push weird pressure button remote that had a cord that ran across the room.
Oh, I remember those.
Chords?
Yeah.
What are these chords you speak of?
I know. It was before magic. It was the decades and centuries before magic.
Centuries.
1981 when Tandy was still making computers.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just made me think of the because I remember when because we had a cable box that had like the little dial type thing for the channels that you would just scale across. Like, holy shit, those were the days.
Oh yeah, I mean there was WGN out of Chicago, and you had TBS, CNN, the Weather Channel, and that was about it. And then piece by piece by piece, and now there's 972 bazillion channels of nothing.
One channel I watch, Velocity, it's now been rebranded as the Motor Trend channel. No joke.
Yeah, I watched that when it was Speed Network.
Oh boy.
No, Speed was actually rebranded as Fox Sports 1.
That brings back memories.
Yeah, Alan Bestwick doing the race shows.
I miss him. This was the last year that IndyCar was on ABC/ESPN, and he's out of a job now because of it.
Yeah.
Speaking of broadcasters, Jamie McMurray is going to be joining Dale Jr., Jeff Gordon, and Darrell Waltrip.
Wonderful.
On what?
McMurray's going to be making his last start in Daytona, so it's kind of weird seeing him back in the 40s since that was actually the first team he drove back in 2002.
That'll be Fox, Jenna.
Yeah, that'd be Fox.
Oh, Duck Dog mentioned MTV. Oh man, MTV.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Launched. God, that was a golden era for TV.
Man.
Video killed.
Nothing but 24 hours, 7 days a week of nothing but music videos.
I was just gonna say, remember when MTV used to be music?
Yeah.
Yep. Now it's shit, thanks to Francesca Ramsey.
Yep.
Although it did produce an interesting VJ who went on to do, I think, really great commentary content in Kennedy.
Oh, Kennedy, yeah. Kennedy was actually one of my favorite VJs back in the day.
Yeah, and I first ran into her when Greg Gutfeld was doing Red Eye. He had her on. And then it was like, yeah. You look a little familiar.
Yeah, it's like Kennedy and Kurt Loder actually has been a critic for Reason, even though they call themselves a libertarian publication, but I'm starting to question that more and more each day. But still, it's like, it's kind of interesting seeing both Kennedy and Kurt Loder, who were like my two favorite personalities over at MTV, doing like.
Yeah.
What was that? Real World on MTV?
Yeah, that was like kind of my junk food, like back when.
Mission Hill?
Never watched that.
One of the congressmen was on one of the seasons of House, whatever, Boston. Sean Duffy.
Oh yeah.
Weird to think you did a television show where you lived with, and now, okay.
Oh, Angela, yeah, I remember Monster Vision with Joe Bob Briggs. I used to stay up pretty late at night and watch that.
Oh, speaking of old icons, Macaulay Culkin was on AVGN recently.
Yeah, he was. And he was also on Red Letter Media too.
Mm.
And he
Oh.
recreated his original scene from Home Alone.
I did see that.
I saw that too. He his parents were poisoned.
Yep.
And,
Imagine if they were nowadays, he'd be a drag queen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'm
God.
still surprised that he's almost 40.
I love Check Your Logic is up on his dates. That CNN went on the air June 1, 1981, right before I turned 23. Thanks for the reminder, Check Your Logic.
Google ad.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. It's like, really? I was? Yeah, I was. Oh, crap.
I found out today that Check Your Logic is a guy.
So you didn't know that Check Your Logic was dude.
I really didn't.
It just made me think of the Austin Powers. That's a man, baby.
Well, I now get why Monkey and Scribbles and stuff were like, we're gonna sing to you, non-gender saying.
How tall are you?
Yeah. First of all, are you over 18? And how tall are you, baby?
Right.
Well, nobody knew that. A couple people in chat knew I was female.
Not
I
many.
already did.
Yeah, and they had, and see, Eve thought she was going to really pull a fast one on all the minions. And somebody had been in chat when I had said something, maybe to Priestess of Keck, and a couple other people had figured it out. But to this day, Drunkle keeps referring to me as he. And Irate Bear is like, Prospero is a she. And it's not like, for Christ's sake, we told you 3 times, and it's she.
Wait, Check Your Logic. You're 5'7"? Oh, you're taller than me.
Damn, you're short.
I'm 5'4". Thank you very much.
You're really short.
Prosper, I remember
You're still
when
taller than my girlfriend, though.
we first started talking on DMs, and you were like, I'm a woman, but I don't want anyone to know.
Yeah, I was trying to. It was anonymous. Well, let me talk shit and live stream chat without sounding unladylike, And then I realized my mother is dead, so it's perfectly fine if I say, "Oh, fuck you."
Oh yeah, my mom's dead. I can be as vulgar as I please.
Yeah, well, I ruined her, in all the years between when my father died and she passed away. I ruined her. But before she died, she, not repeating somebody else, let an F-bomb fly. Coming into the house, she was pissed as hell about something, and she was that fucking card machine and fucking CVS, and I was like,
My grandma swears as much as I do, actually.
I mean, I just kind of stood there like torn between bursting into laughter and what did you just say?
Genuine concern.
Well, yeah, when I was in college, my father had it was the only time I ever heard him say the word. Let an F-bomb slip when we were in traffic. We were in Boston trying to get it to the Schubert Theater. And he said, if this fucking traffic won't move. And he muttered it. And my mother's in the back seat. And she said, what did you say? And I turned around and I said, if the fucking traffic will move. And my father had the nerve to turn and look at me and say, Watch your mouth.
Oh my god.
And I was like, you
Your
dick,
mother
you just
was
said it.
crazy.
My mother's laughing at that point because, it's like, excuse me, Captain Hypocrite. That was a direct quote. That was journalism. That was not profanity.
I have a better question. Why was your mother in the back and you in the front?
I have no flipping idea. It could be that it was a work day and I had ridden home with Dad from work because we were both at the Peru Center and picked her up and turned right around and gone back in. That might have been the case. Because I can't.
I actually remember the first time you were on one of the Minion streams and everyone who didn't already know that you were a woman found out.
Yeah.
That was.
I think I've only been on one Minion stream, and that's really about it.
Well, game night, but I mean, anyone can get on that.
Not to be insulting or anything.
That's not true, Jacob. I tried very hard to get onto game night, and I'm still trying to figure it out.
Okay, I mean, anyone who knows how Discord works can get on it.
Hey, I know how Discord works.
That's why you got on it.
So, Prospero?
Yes.
You
that's
do know
Nighthawk.
Yeah, you do know this is Nighthawk, right?
Oh, I thought it was because I had seen Lindsay say you're coming on.
Okay.
And of course, by your avatar.
Right. I know.
But I thought it was Nighthawk. Hello, Nighthawk. It is nice to meet you in real life, so to speak.
Right. We've spoken in chat before, but
yeah.
What's funny is in chat, it's always weird to me because it's not as personal as I'd like it to be. So I always feel really awkward typing what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
So I know there was a couple of times I tried to, try to banter with you and you didn't get what I was saying. So I was like, okay.
Sorry, I'm not always the quickest on the pickup.
No, that's fine. It's just way easier to do that when you're actually able to talk to the person. So
the effects of being a boomer.
Thank you. Thank you. And I will remind you, for all those people that keep wishing the boomers will die, if they keep saying it, we're likely to take all the stuff that we invented with us.
She's looking at you, Gutenberg.
Yeah. And it's because I ran into somebody who was like, the boomers are completely to blame for the millennials and they just need to, go away. And I thought, okay, that's interesting. And in telling my husband about it, he said, fine, we'll leave and we'll take all the shit we invented with us. So kiss your laptop goodbye. And I was like, oh, that's thank you. This is now my response. Fine, we'll just take our shit and go home.
But no, but it is. I am glad to be able to chat with you guys. I know it's probably around time. Lizzie's probably going to wrap.
Yeah, it's like 9:30. I think I'm going to wrap this up.
Jamie, you're leaving us. I just finally learned your name.
I know, but I know the minions are going to be starting here shortly.
We're not.
But I did want to ask Prospero one last question before we got off. What is the worst movie that you've ever seen?
Oh God, I have to think about that one.
I guess we'll have to hold this off till the next show.
Do you follow me on Twitter?
I do.
Okay. Are you're Nighthawk on Twitter?
Mm-hmm.
Let me make sure I follow you back.
I know Prospero already follows me.
Oh yes, I do, darling.
All right. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Wait, Prospero needs to make sure that she follows.
Yeah, just shoot me a DM on it once I make sure I follow you back.
Okay.
I should. Okay.
I have to watch out for my mom.
Angela said that she's 3 years older than Goot. It's like, yeah, so if he tries to repeal the 19th, you can be like, hey, I'm older than you, bitch. All right. With that
Okay.
being said, I mean, you guys can certainly wrap, or as I wrap up the stream here. So, thank you everyone in chat that joined us. I'd say that's a wrap on the first episode.
Hey, we got over 10 likes.
So, anybody got anything to shill? Any last parting words?
Don't gas the boomers. They'll take all their shit with them.
Take out AOC with you.
You're gonna miss a lot more than AOC, darling. Just saying.
Okay, Nighthawk. Anything you want to add?
Oh, sorry, I was on trying to
Oh, no
send
worries.
Prospero a message. Sorry about that. No, it was a good stream. I hope everybody does well after they get from leaving here and check out the menu. So
Alrighty then, Jenna.
I love Nighthawk's voice.
All right. With that being said, I'm going to say call this a night. So again, thank you everyone for joining us. And
Thanks for having us.
yeah. So
Thank you for having us.
yeah. So well, I will keep everyone, especially in the chat, posted on when the next stream is. We're thinking Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays. So yeah, we'll keep you posted. So again, thank you everyone for joining us. And we will see you next time. Today's log, it comes to a close.
Go
bye,
Pats.
guys.
Good night, all.
Bye.
Go watch some Bollywood porn.
Bye.